Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode with us, Ginton Day. So please, why don't you go ahead and grab a chair, get a drink, sit back and relax as you watch us, a bunch of nerdy friends who sit at a virtual table to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I thought it was football last week.
Hand egg.
Hold on, were we talking about football or baseball last week?
Hand egg.
The World Baseball Championship's happening today.
Oh, it was
You mean the world? You mean the World Baseball Championship where there's only one country competing?
No, this is actually like 24 countries, but yeah, the Netherlands.
Oh,
lost
okay,
today.
okay. The actual thing. Good.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be two countries in the finals anyways. Japan and America. The talent levels, the disparities just.
I remember. I didn't the Netherlands win in like a few years, like a.
Yeah, before we were allowed to have pro players playing, the Netherlands did win actually.
Oh, okay. So that's why
Yeah.
America's now winning again because they were like
Because they're allowed.
we hate
America
losing,
got
so we want
mad
the
they
pros
lost.
to come.
Yeah.
Come to
Yeah.
send in
Yep.
the alpha team. All right.
The
Yeah,
main,
I mean,
the
just
main
like
reason they let
basketball.
them happen is because they had grown ass men on like the Netherlands team and the Italy team. And you had like 16 and 17-year-olds playing 30-year-old dudes, and you're just like, no, that doesn't seem fair.
You-
That's not,
you wanna
that
know,
doesn't seem right.
You want to know a fun fact there when it comes to the Dutch team? It's mostly people from Aruba and Curacao and shit like that, the Dutch Antilles, where
That would
it's
make
mostly
sense.
people in the team. It's really interesting that specifically those little islands are really good at baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Random fun fact.
Good to know. Well, unfortunately, as we do not play sports here, we are anti-sports. We are nerds. We don't play
Ah.
sports.
Anymore?
Anymore.
Yeah.
I stopped playing sports and became a nerd.
I was a nerd and I played sports. How about that?
I did that too. Then I just.
You hybrid, and we don't respect your kind around it.
Okay,
So,
fuck off.
I'm the daywalker. He's the daywalker.
why
it's like
don't
I got bitten by a vampire when I was small.
So, why don't we jump right
Where are
into
you,
this?
Allison Chaffee?
Yes.
So, where you guys left off.
We did level 10. Yeah.
No. Let me just.
Oh, we're level
I'd
10.
have to upskill
I
everything
I thought we were
at that
level
point.
20.
Nah,
Level 10? Like my character that says level 10 here on my sheet.
I bet it does. Let me remove the 1 right quick. So
0.
you guys traveling back from the underground temple, leaving the 2 dragonborns there, seeing the ship head off out of the alcove. You guys buried the body and that was left in the small campfire like area, and then headed back to town where a little bit of kind of perusing around, looking for interesting things, waiting for the armsmiths to return since they took the ship as in a sense their instructions. One of you spoke with the amethyst dragon as she seemed more on the, how to put it, I guess the polite or younger side of how the other dragons, how every interaction so far that you guys have had has been them in their dragon form, as she was nonchalant in her human-like form. A small and brief conversation with her, and then waited for the Smiths to return, as they did. Clarence, you was looking along with Yojin and his new design of what he's trying to do. And you, I believe you did very well, that you got an understanding of what he's trying to go for. And so your idea, as you kind of put a lot of this notes down, is to, how to put it, almost like make it to where it's not so much equipment you know how like especially when something new's coming out, they have like mass amount of equipment before it actually gets to a proper usage, and then it's like a tiny little box. So you kind of have that information, and then of course, Garbu, you helped out with the crafting of the silver arm for Aeth, and I don't remember if we completed it, but it
I believe the smithing part was completed, and it has like the impression of scales along the exterior.
yes,
'Cause
and
it was quite well crafted. I think I rolled like a unnatural 20 or something like that.
you rolled really good too. And so I believe the way we're doing it is if I believe I told you correctly was to change what you had and put like the silver on it just for indication purposes.
Yeah.
So but we will start where everything has been completed. You guys did not have to pay anything, as kind of like a really good gesture, and plus the fact you brought your own materials. You just kind of used their equipment, so it wasn't a really much to it there. And so I will say it's about midday. Um, if you guys were going to travel by boat, you could see if there was one available, but with some of y'all's knowledge, mostly kind of relying off of Elise, that would be a no. As again, especially with what happened recently, they're going to try to take more precautions and not allow single ships unless they want to do it at their own risk. But you guys will definitely probably have to wait tomorrow. So, what do you guys do?
Wasn't there this one spicy item that I forgot to look at last time?
Did I send that information to you? Probably not.
No, I just remembered it.
There
right
was
now.
a charm that you bought like at the very end that you didn't get the chance to look at.
You told me to buy something, and I said I'd buy it.
I'll send
And
it
it's
to
true.
you.
I do remember you saying that.
I think it was some sort of charm. I wrote down
Oh, there it
my
is.
final sentence is at least buys
Foxfire
a
charm.
charm for like 130 gold pieces.
Okay.
Foxfire charm. I have it here.
I'll send this to you, and then I'll eventually add it to the. So, what are you guys doing?
Uh,
Does my arm,
I mean,
does the arm feel different?
Um. Yeah, whatever. It feels a little bit more heavier, especially being made out of more like pure silver than anything. But with a little bit of additional adjustments, they kind of added a little spot on the sides to kind of be able to tie straps to it, then kind of around like your upper body of a torso to kind of help keep it there and to help you get used to it more with the weight part. So
Oof, this thing's heavy.
Do you need help?
I got it. Just gotta get used to it.
You want me to take a look at it?
Yeah. If you want.
I mean, of course, I want to look at anything like prosthetic. Like that's cool to me. But
Right.
like, do you want me to?
Sure. I mean,
Can I take a look at it and see if there's anything? weird, I guess.
Of the arm?
Like if any way I could like make it better for him to get used to it.
I mean, you can make a investigation check, but it's probably just going to be a little
I'll
bit more
guide him.
towards just the different weight from a regular metal to like a pure silver type. So it's just more of a weight difference than anything.
Because it was probably a mix of like iron, wood, leather, or something before, right? And now it's just full metal.
Yeah.
I'll give you a
I
few days with it.
contemplate casting heat metal on it.
I'll, I'll give you a few days with it, and if you can't figure it out, I'll start taking a look at it. Okay.
Sure.
Alright.
I think this one's gonna be able to take hits better. The other one is, the other one I worry how much more it would take with all those dents I put into it.
What's your AC at now?
18.
Oh, you're tied with me now.
Well, the shell armor also gives me an additional 1. So if it's slashing or bludgeoning, I'm at 19.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
What do you guys want to do?
I think. Are we heading
find
back,
out-
or do we want to stay in our respective Airbnbs again
No.
today? Or
No, absolutely not.
so
I will
head
find my
back.
own room.
I mean, we
We
could
could
always
stay-
start our way to Baymont
I
if we're done here.
I think that's a good idea.
What do you think,
Yeah, we can
Elise?
debate.
Elise is just sitting there playing with the new things. She's, oh, wait, sorry, were we talking?
Yeah. Do you think we should make our way to Baymont, or do?
We're done here, right? Did we talk to the
Yeah.
dragon and shit, and we got the arm done?
Is there a
Yeah.
dragon here?
Yeah, I
already
saw the
talked to
dragon.
it. I already
Yeah.
I
talked
didn't.
to it.
You gotta remember, I didn't go talk to the dragon,
Yeah.
so I don't.
Yeah.
I was oblivious to that.
You guys
You
went to go
were-
talk to the dragon?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't talk to the dragon, I just said hi.
Yeah, I talked.
Did you find anything
Oh.
out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Can you elaborate?
That I shouldn't be the kind of dragon who steals stuff from people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That sounds like a bad dragon.
Also,
Yeah.
he's pretty chill about us, like,
It was
you know,
nice.
chill about
Oh.
everything.
Murdering
Also
those
a bit
innocent.
scary.
I mean, it's like
Uh,
murder is a big word. I feel more like accidentally killing people on purpose.
Homicide, battery, and homicide.
Manslaughter is what I call it.
Yeah.
You see, I mean, Elise, like out of the bag of holding, she pulls out this massive tome of laws, so she's like, manslaughter is what they call it.
And
Anyway.
she also said that
I
she
mean-
thought that leaving that altar
Where does
alone
music
was
come
the
from?
was the right choice, or that
Elise
we
whips out
should
a
leave it
spear.
alone.
We're fighting. Nah, I think we're ready to get the fuck out of here. I think we can just chill the rest of the day. I don't know. Anyone wants to do something in town?
Should we
Because we're not
hit
gonna
up-
be able to leave. We're not gonna be able to leave today anyway.
Should we hit a
Oh,
bar?
yeah, boats.
Or
I mean,
a
I don't know how the
tavern?
bar life is here. I never really.
I mean, we could always go talk to those two guys that tried to hire us and see if they know a good time. We're stuck here anyway. They said they had money.
They pretended they had money. I think they were broke as fuck.
Oh, they were lying? I didn't roll very well on that, just so we're clear.
Oh yeah, they were. I mean, did you see like when you had the Zone of Truth up? They were like desperately trying to tell a lie, but the magic was like, nope.
Yeah, but like, did you figure out why they needed to go? Did they have like a good reason?
Rich
If
14.
we're going already, why not just escort them across?
No, they're not going. They were,
No,
they were, I don't think they were
you
going.
all know they were only asking to follow you guys. They wanted to experience the world. They just wanted to follow you guys.
I mean, if you want some bitch boys, sure, we can have some bitch boys. We can go look for them.
I just meant for the day. I don't mean forever. If they want it forever, that's not cool. So what if I gotta go poop and then they'd be watching and they'd be awkward? It's like,
I mean, we
I don't
could have
think they
had
would
them
follow
follow
you
us
in there.
into that altar place. That probably would have been enough to spook them into not thinking it was a good idea, especially all the explosions.
Yeah, they probably would have died though.
That'd be okay. We could
No,
bring
no,
them back.
you would. Oh my God, we're not wasting.
I mean,
300 gold on
if
commoners.
they really want to explore the world, you want to have some, I don't know, travel companions. I mean, we're not gonna do anything dangerous probably for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds boring.
Well,
Yeah.
Never mind.
Um,
It was just a thought.
well, we are hitting. Well, we might hit Iron Mare too if you want
Yeah, we
to go
could do
through
that.
there. And they can go into that
Oh.
cave with us. Find
I
out
mean,
one thing.
We could always try to figure out whether or not that guy actually ate people or if Garby's crazy. We have the time and the spell slots now, right?
I figure.
Oh,
Do you want to try that?
We could.
So, first off, since how many times can you cast it? I believe
What?
the two things he could use was remove curse and what was the other one?
Great
Uh,
restoration.
Greater restoration.
But it's a
Today?
fifth level spell.
None of them.
You what?
You have to prepare. You have to prepare the
Yeah.
spell.
We haven't done anything, dude.
I can
You have to
send-
prepare the
I can
spell.
send
None of
2
them.
messages.
Can
I
you
can
ritual
protect
cast?
you from energy.
Can you ritual cast that?
No.
No.
Okay. And never mind.
Yeah, no,
I guess
the-
we can't do anything. then.
I can make us walk
Ah.
on water.
That doesn't help us find out if you're crazy.
We can start walking back.
Or does that?
Tell you
I
what.
don't know.
The first thing in the morning, we'll try to remove
What if?
curse on
What
one
if?
of us.
Hear me out. What if we get a horse and we
Okay.
cast walk on water it, and then we like tie it to like a boat, and then we have the horse walking on water like pull the boat.
that only lasts an hour, doesn't it?
But I could
I mean,
recast it periodically.
If we have a boat, why don't we just use the boat?
It was just an idea.
I'm just asking.
We would have to take a horse, buy a horse, have that horse walk us
No, we
across the
have a
water.
horse and cart. We have 2 horses in a cart, right?
In Crisport!
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, well,
We are
technically-
not in Crisport. We're in Zosi.
Technically, I can be a horse for quite a long time. So
I don't think you could support all three of us, could you? You could
you're
probably
small.
support-
You two are small.
Oh,
like, and
yeah.
if you take,
We just
and if he takes off his armor,
We just leave 8th here.
Oh,
yeah, we can
jeez.
leave 8 here. That's good. Like, and the 8 can put his arm in the bag, so he loses like a bunch of weight there.
It's not
You
that
have to remind
heavy.
it.
It probably is really heavy.
It's
pretty
solid
heavy.
metal.
Heavy.
It's an
Yeah,
arm
it's-
worth of silver.
It's like a
right
forearm with
there.
his
Hundreds of pounds, yeah. Like, wait,
Anyway,
actually, I
like,
want to know.
That rest of the arm is just gonna be really
I mean,
soft.
so
while the
so
other
tech,
is not.
so like
It's probably
guys,
like
I could,
100. It's probably over
I
100.
could turn into a horse for 6 hours, and then we could, and I could summon the eagles for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
If you want to go.
And I can make a boat in 1 hour.
I don't know how long it would take for us to get across with a horse and the eagles.
Do
Someone
you
do
have the
math.
map? Can we?
Someone do
100
math.
Ah,
Like 180 pounds is how much your arm weighs.
If we leave from here and go here, like no matter where, it's probably gonna be roughly 30 miles. I feel like.
Smart person do math. Looks at Clarence.
I do know his arm weighs like 180 pounds.
How
Yeah,
long
no,
are
that's
you
what
a
I'm talking
horse?
about. Talking about distance. And
How long are you a
speed
horse?
I don't know
6
enough about
hours.
D&D to do.
6 hours?
And then and I have 3 hours of eagle. So
Well, how
if you
fast
want, I
does a
can.
horse run in this game?
So if you want, I can lead with 3 hours of eagles and then go 6 hours of horse.
We should probably start with the horse so that we have a boat.
Why do we need a boat?
Are
You gotta fly with the eagle.
To pull the
because on
people
boat,
behind like a cart.
you can
Okay,
literally
I'm-
ride like, a horse can be ridden. That's the whole point of a horse.
Can we all ride on one horse?
no.
Yeah, you're two small creatures and one medium-sized creature. Like I can carry you.
Can
No,
you become an elephant?
A horse can travel about 4 miles per hour. So in 6 hours, that'd be 24 miles. So that'd be most of a block.
But the eagles
So
are
how
like
far can an eagle?
eagles fly faster.
Let's take an eagle there.
Can you become an eagle, or are you summoning eagles? Is what
I'm summoning
just
eagles.
outside. Okay.
An eagle
How
can
does that
travel between 30 and 35 miles. So we would cut it extremely close. I feel like.
I say we do it and just fly real close to the ocean just in case.
Oh my
I
god!
feel like
This is
I feel
how.
like we would be
This is
cutting
how.
this extremely close.
Hey
I mean,
baby,
you
we're
can-
playing
you
a
can
game
just
with
cut-
dice rolls. Roll the dice.
You can just cast like the worst thing is we go for a swim at the very end.
Yeah, I guess.
But see, here's the thing: is how long does it take the eagles to travel that?
Let
Like, how long does it take?
me check.
I mean, this is 3 hours of eagles.
Is that you having to recast because it's only an hour each, right?
Yeah, that's I said that's 3 hours of eagles.
We would just hit the ground, hit the water, and then have to pop back up. Well, how long does water walking last?
1
An
hour.
An hour. So you can cast it.
Oh, sorry. They travel 30 to 35 miles in 1 hour. So if it's 3 hours of eagles,
Oh, so that literally means we summon eagles once and then another time for the last bit.
Oh,
If
so
we
is
need
this
it.
just like a large island, or is it a whole continent?
that's an average eagle. So
This
I don't know
is-
what the athletic.
Are you
The-
talking
the-
about?
Yeah, because like I was thinking it was the whole world, and I don't think it's actually the whole world now.
No, this is a continent.
It's just a
Okay,
continent.
I
So it
was-
would take about 3 hours for an eagle to travel that distance. Unless we're flying all the way from here to Crisport, then it would take about 4. But if we go to the coast and cut it somewhat close, it should take.
Yeah,
I mean,
Crisport
Crisport
at
is
coast, though.
pretty much
Like
like
two-
right on the coast,
Right.
because you guys
it-
walked to the harbor
Yeah.
within
mean,
the
with
city.
the-
No, it
even
would
with
take us
access-
2 eagles. For some reason, I
Is-
keep thinking 10 miles. An eagle in 1 hour travels 30 miles.
Okay, but then we can. Then why
So
are
it
we
would
still
take
here?
us 2 eagles.
Then why are we still here?
Not sure. So
But
the
what
fuck
if
outta
the
here?
dragon's still up in the sky and then we're flying in the sky and
Well,
I have
guess
my. Are we doing no armor when we're up there or?
No. With 2 eagles is fine. They're giant. Remember?
Okay. Do we have to land to like get back on the eagles halfway
I mean,
through?
I
or
think we have to
something?
like take a dip in the water at the very end if we don't make it
Well,
all the way,
'cause
and then.
If I'm wearing my armor and Ace wearing his arm, both of those are going to be quite heavy and.
Well, then you just cast water walking on yourself ritually before the eagles end.
Okay.
I mean,
I will
like,
keep track of the time, and I will tell you when to cast it. Okay.
I mean,
Can I ritually cast something while I'm on a moving animal DM?
You're not
Is it
doing
passive?
anything.
I mean, it just
You could-
depends on how it's going.
I mean, you can just
Okay.
hard cast it as well.
It'll
no?
be. I think a skill check will be called for it. I think it'll go fine.
I mean, you could just also
Okay.
like insta cast it in one action.
I do not have it prepared.
He's always
Oh,
got
no.
this
I
smirk
can
when
only
you say something
ritual.
like that. He's got this smirk, so I don't
Oh,
trust it.
I just
I can only ritual.
I have it prepared myself. I can insta cast it.
Oh, okay.
I still have it on. I mean, I have 3 spell
I will
slots to
attempt to
11.
ritual cast it then to save that spell slot, but if not,
I can hard cast it.
When we get back to Crisport, is there anything we need to do?
I mean, do you want to visit your
Uh,
friend?
That's not the right city.
That's Chris.
No, that's the blacksmith. The blacksmith.
That's not
Yeah.
Crisport, right? That's the other city.
No,
No,
that's
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 Crisport.
Crisport.
Oh,
That's
man.
Crisport.
Yeah, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see
Clarence
him.
all
I don't want to see
doesn't
him. I don't
remember
wanna
his
see him.
exes.
No, literally. I thought it was that little town next to it. My bad.
No.
It should now be canon that Clarence has a bunch of exes he just doesn't remember.
Yep.
Don't do that. This character's too socially awkward for that to make sense.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
hey,
know what?
You. You don't even remember
I'll
my
s-
name.
I'll start keeping track.
Matt.
I have a spot for that.
I still don't know that
Uh-uh.
guy's name.
I
'Cause
do.
I read the wrong name. And I asked, and it was not the right name.
I have a
terrible at
separate
taking
note
notes.
for it.
Hey,
Sorry, you
Garbus.
went-
Okay,
the
alright.
name.
We done here then, boys?
Yep. Yeah, we are.
Okay. Just double checking with everyone. We done? Yeah. No. Once going twice. Going thrice. Okay, we're done.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Let's go to the docks and let's summon some fucking eagles and get the fuck out of here.
all right. Let me pause this for 1 second, cause yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Welcome back. All right. So, you guys are now making your way towards the harbor, getting out of the city, and again, it's it's like think of it like a mile or two between the port and the city itself of Zilisi. So you guys, and there's a decent amount of people just traveling up and down as well. But you guys are making your way back down to the port side of it to pretty much get at least as close as you can, so whatever helps keep time available. So as you guys are walking down and starting to pass by that temple that Garbu that you went to the night before, you see the very familiar amethyst dragon in her human form as she's just leaning back and just kind of just waves at you guys as you guys walk down and just kind of yells out, "How about you don't cause any more weirdness? That'd be great."
Aren't planning on it.
Elise looks back and just earring. Probably gonna happen anyway, but we'll try.
Who was that?
Well, at least
Yeah.
The dragon.
this time I would be a little bit more aware. So,
She already knew she could respond to the message.
Yeah, of course.
so you guys got to the harbor.
Use that hip.
As we're
boost to
walking
get her-
away, just because for the memes, it's like Elise blows the dragon a kiss as she says that.
She just
Whoa.
like as you do it, and she just,
Oh my god.
if I had a pocket, I'd put it in it.
Nice.
She can't make a pocket appear on her illusory clothes.
No, but I can do this and just stucks it down, aren't you?
Elise nods.
So,
I look at Garbo and say that you might need to do a booty call for me at some point.
I mean, I can send messages to anyone. Do you have a certain person in particular? I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
Clarence
she-
has Og.
Oh, she looks at the dragon. I think there might be something going on here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Who'd you say?
Your friend with the oil?
Yeah. What'd you say though? What was his name?
You don't know?
No, yeah, I did. I was just making sure you said it right.
I mean, I know how it's spelled. It's spelled OGE.
Do I need to roll?
I also
deception
know his
on that?
last name. No, I
Oh,
believe
wait, he has
Clarence.
a
I
last
think.
name.
Hey, Garfu, I think he's just testing you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's his last
He,
name?
he he clearly knows it. Otherwise, he wouldn't be asking you.
I gotta go back
It
and
was
look.
it was something like a fall patch or something like that.
I'm not gonna remember that. I'm not
So-
typing it.
That
I'm inciting that. That's gotta be Ball. His last name ain't Ball Patch.
Make an insight.
I'll say I'm making it wrong on purpose, saying that Garbu has forgotten, because technically speaking, Garbu should not have the intelligence to remember. I think. But
I put Greg
Yeah,
in my
sounds-
notes just so we're clear.
Sounds about right.
It's
You-
not Greg.
No, it's not. Not even close. You know what?
I'll
Why don't
copy
you?
it.
Why don't this? Go ahead and make me a history check.
God, we just. It's
That
even
history-
in my favorite. Oh,
That
okay.
history between these
23.
two of you.
23. He
You,
remembers. I
as
don't
as you
remember.
start to kind of get this weird feeling again, I'm gonna kind of keep it there. You start to
Not
remember
really.
as his name was Og. OGG.
OGG. All right.
It was.
I will type not Greg. Oh,
But you never got his last name, so.
I didn't think so. I was like, he has a last name.
It was told to us. I don't know if we got it or not, but it was told to us.
Well, all I gotta hope for is not to run into 2 random people in Chrisport, I guess.
Wait, why?
Why 2 random people in Chrisport?
Because I never asked their names.
Who? Whose names?
So, you guys are there
I
at the
don't know what they look
harbor,
like.
kind of standing there talking as you're waiting for Elise, who's either enjoying this funny conversation to summon her eagles. So then you guys could start flying.
They asked me if they look beautiful, and I just said, sure. Not sure how to answer this.
As she says loser, like the eagles pop out.
So,
Get the fuck out of here.
as you guys take your respective 2 eagles and start to fly off. Let's see. It's not as cloudy as it was before when you guys first traveled across the sea. It is definitely spotty cloudy. A little mist in the air. Why don't... Okay. Aeth. Roll me a d20.
Okay, good. Not a perception check. 2.
I cast heat metal on his arm.
Oh God!
I don't have that.
I cast counterspell.
Aeth.
I don't have that.
I
either.
don't have that.
Roll
I cast
me
Meteor's Worm.
a d6.
A D6. Yeah, it's that one.
No, wait, I cast a more fun spell if it happens randomly
5.
somewhere.
Okay.
Temple of the Gods.
This happens in the air while we're flying.
So,
You guys are just having a spell battle with each
Instead
other.
we were standing.
so as you guys are, get on your eagles and you take off, and let me ask, are you getting, well, kind of regardless at this point, what height are you guys going to?
Low.
Not that high. In case of dragon
Elise has
attacks.
full control.
Okay. And
Probably
so,
like a, what, like a 200 feet or something, whatever the fuck, how high that is.
okay.
200 feet up.
So as
That's low, right?
it's decent,
Not
yeah.
bad.
I mean, the eagles still need to be able to flap and shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
So as you guys take off and stuff, it seems through the straits, if you will, it looks like wind has picked up quite significantly. That you have about 2 choices, and with this, I would like everybody to at least go ahead and roll a athletics check
Oh, we're good.
to
Or acrobatics.
be able to hold on to the eagle as it flies through.
Guidance.
I'll guide
Guidance.
Clarence. Can I guide Clarence?
12.
Hey,
You said athletics.
Can I guide Clarence?
athletics.
Okay.
You're guided. Roll it. Roll it.
What?
D4.
You're guided.
Oh,
Hey!
Hey, double digits.
whew. That's as much as I got, bud.
So,
Not bad.
We're a weak party, for sure.
Aeth and Aeth, you're handling pretty easily with those strong winds. You're just trying to get a little bit low and not be blown off by it. Garber, you're a little bit more helped by your armor and kind of being sit in one place, but taking well, since you're with Clarence, trying to help him out as it looks like he's struggling to hold on. Do you guys continue at a fast pace, or do you try to slow down to not be pushed as hard by the wind?
I mean, we can just have another eagle, so we can slow down a bit.
Because now you're looking at a possibly 2 to 3 of the cast.
Can I try to keep track of the time so I know when we're about to run up as best I can?
Just make a general intelligence check.
Or no, 1 minute before.
Is guidance a lasting thing or like?
No, it's just that one.
No.
One time. One and
They,
done.
they say it a lot, so I just wanted to make sure. 18.
Hey, that's pretty good.
With, I'll say, knowing the moment that she cast it, and probably every now and then, depending if you get like an eye to eye, like, you know, a quick checkup on this time if it feels about right. I'll say you easy enough to keep track of it.
Okay.
So, as you guys continue trying to fly over at a little bit more of a slower pace, trying to not be blown off too much by the wind, it seems like it's a little bit more uneventful, but the breeze itself feels good. The scenery is great, as you guys can see just in distance of like giant parts of the continent. You can see mountain peaks here and extremely far away. You can see the ever-growing forest to your right. And just the kind of like a little bit of the clouds mixed in with just the rolling hills and plains up ahead and a little bit past that. It's still a very beautiful scenery as you guys travel through. So I will say, okay, I will say you would have had to recast it for sure once.
I will attempt to ritual cast water walk as we are descending.
Okay. Just roll me a d20. Add your proficiency.
Would that be +3?
3?
Yeah.
Hey, 21.
Easy enough. That it's as the eagles kind of descend in a somewhat easy like manner going down. You don't really seem to have an issue with it. So yeah. Okay. I'm tired of that. I want this. I want this one. This one's a little bit more gentler. So, I will say, by the time you guys get to Crisport, it is getting, I'm gonna go ahead and put you there. It is getting dark. I want to say the sun is setting. The skies themselves a little bit orange with a little bit of red hint or hue to it. Clearly, though, in Crisport, the city is still alive. There's still shops and everything that's open. But you just know that it's dying down. So, as you guys make it back, what do you do?
Should we find that tavern that we stayed at before? Stay there?
Should we figure out what the situation with our cart and horses is? That way they don't get repoed.
I think
we
we still
got a
have
few more days.
4 or 3 days left, something like that.
Yeah.
We left 6 days ago and we had 10, right? Or
Yep,
let me
so we
count
got
the
about
days.
4.
Hold on. Where's
We
the date?
arrived in Chrisport on the 49th,
Mhm.
and I think we booked it for 10 days, so we have 4 days left because it's the
So yeah,
25th.
all right. So never mind. We're
Sorry, I meant the 19th. I said 49th.
I figured I knew what you were speaking about.
Because there's
Oh.
the number of days we were together and then the actual date. So it's
Okay.
been 6 days since we booked them in today. So we have 4 more days because we did 10, I believe.
good. Yeah,
I
we
don't
should
really
just
know.
Because we
should
just did
probably
a
just leave
whole week
tomorrow.
because we were
That's
unsure
true.
how long it would take.
go find that tavern again.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
we
find
could
find
get-
is a big word. I just know where it is.
Which one was this?
Try not to drink nearly as much.
It's the one that somebody trashed the room of.
Oh, it
What's
it,
the-
it was the Anastranas.
You trashed it.
It was
You
the
trashed-
Anastranas
No,
Tavern.
you cast Thunderwave and wrecked the entire room.
Yeah, but that wasn't me.
Yeah.
That was the DM.
True,
No,
that
you-
that was me,
I didn't even have Thunderwave prepared that day.
and
I'm
I
so
I
glad that
made
didn't
it
actually-
prepared.
I'm glad I didn't sleep in the room next to you guys. Then I would have heard that. That would have woken me up.
I don't
I
think
think
you were
everybody in
sleeping that night, were
300
you?
feet heard that.
I mean, like he was getting late.
Yeah, I don't think
With
you were
by
sleeping.
2.
No, I'm saying I'm glad I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, because you had to do the walk of shame that next morning.
So
Don't remind me.
you guys easy enough make it back to the same tavern. The original tavern keeper is not there, as it looks like somebody else is taking up the night portion. But let's see, what was it? With what is it? Yeah, 5 silver pieces per room, depending on how many rooms you guys take. Easy enough.
I'm getting my own. I'm getting my own room. I had to sleep on a freaking gnome-sized bed yesterday. I'm not. No.
I just look like as he says that, I walk away a little bit, and then I use my earring and I tell to the person, like, you know, standing there, like, give him a small bed, a room with a small bed.
Roll a persuasion check.
You're lucky. I can't hear you through.
Wait, I'm gonna roll my d6 for my thingy, my
No!
custom movement thing.
Okay.
14.
14's not very persuasive. No, no, no.
So, Aeth, as you
What is
go
your
up
most-
to the counter and
What is.
you request, yeah, I got. And he just kind of leans at the bottom and hands you a key. This is about one of the only other ones that's kind of available at this point in time, but it's all yours.
I'm gonna go set my stuff up in the room then.
Okay.
Do you have a room that's like hard to get in and out of?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, we do. If you
Like if your friend's possessed and he wrecks the room and tries to break out, it would be hard for him to do that.
I'm not gonna take the red pill this time. I want to be chill this time, okay?
Oh, it's you guys.
Wait,
It's him.
Okay.
Straight up with the finger.
Mr. Workman, he killed me last time, okay?
Almost. The brink of it in order to stop you from
I'm
rampage.
good, okay? I've moved on. I've recovered. I'm not an addict. All right, I'm busy, Rondo.
10 gold pieces, and the room itself is pretty much fortified.
I'm gonna give you 20. Keep 5 for yourself, 5 on the house. I apologize for last time. I'm sorry.
It's not a problem. Again,
What's your
You're-
name, by the way?
you're not the first time that we get these type of rowdiness, if you will. We're a little bit known to have a little bit more fun side, especially with the drinks. So it's not uncommon to see some of our rooms trash. This is why we pay or charge a decent bit.
Could I also get the relaxing mixture, the wine and the shot, or is that not something you guys offer right now?
Oh my god.
Just
Yeah.
The Wait, the wine and the shot was the relaxing one, right?
There was it
I
the
took
way
the other one.
yeah, the way it was is there was think of it like the opener. You have, I believe it was a type of wine or something that kind of opened your body in to take something, and then there was a
And then
shot
2
glass,
shots.
one
I
that
took both shots.
yeah, one that like is just insane that you instant black out type thing, and there's one that you are just mellowed out. Like it, and a really good way to put it is you are not like, if you think your character would be actively keeping an eye on things, you know, I like to be on the check, make sure people don't look suspicious. You won't care. You would just be vibing the entire time. So
I want to buy it, but I'm not gonna drink it. I'm gonna take it up to our room with us.
yeah, easy enough. Let's see.
Which one did you take up to the room?
It's the
That would
relaxing, not the
be
exciting.
2 gold pieces.
Gotcha.
I think he said he paid 20.
I paid
Yeah,
20
that's
for
for
the
the-
room,
for the
just
room.
and
Oh.
for me being a
Oh, 2
idiot.
full of drink.
Yeah, 2 is just for the drink itself.
My Garbu standing behind him, shaking his head, did nothing to dissuade the man.
So, with this, you guys can, you know, spend. It's up to you on how you would decide, either a few, and I mean a few, either copper or like 1 or 2 silver for food. Since you guys haven't had a really decent meal. But again, it's
I'll
up to you.
spend 1 silver.
Copper or silver.
I
But
don't have any. I only have silver.
Can you buy me lunch, Garbu? Sorry. Vert.
I'll spend the silver on Clarence's lunch, and I'll spend 2 copper on mine.
easy
Aw.
enough. The food is still good. It's not as fresh, but it's not, you know, it's nice and warm. It's great.
Cheeseburger versus a steak.
Yeah. So, anybody doing anything as the night kind of relaxes out?
Setting question. Are pocket watches, clocks a thing in this setting? I know Garbu was given a broken pocket watch.
Purchased.
Yeah,
Purchased, I apologize.
there is, you know, clockwork.
How much would one cost?
It would just really depend on what you're trying to go for. There's not like, you know, a lot of I know they have a name, but I can't remember them. There's not a lot of people who really work to keep the clocks. Yeah, but I would also say it's not like it's the hardest thing. Especially in, like, at least in every town there would be some sort of person who knows how to work on clocks. So
Well, apparently, well, they have watchmaker, but the actual term is an horologist.
Nice.
Oh, with an H.
Nice.
Yeah.
interesting.
I forgot about that. I remember it now, though.
Yeah, I just googled that. I was like, I'm quite sure there's some fucking weird ass word for it. Yes, there is.
It's
So-
past the blind.
It would just kind of
think it's
depend
German
if
or
you're
something.
trying to get like a really decorative like one, which could take some time for somebody to make unless they already have something. But there's also some sort of cheap ones.
Like 100 gold or less would get me a pretty decent one, right?
I mean, I would think if you're spending like
100 gold,
100,
they might engrave your name into it and encrust it with diamonds. I don't
Okay.
know.
that
Hey, Garbu.
you're kind of pushing with 100 gold. Like that's like you throw that on the table, and like
That's
Like,
the uppermost end. They're like,
what-
I don't have anything worth that much.
what would you
Take the
want
store.
on this?
Hey, Garbu, have you done your daily like craft something thing today?
No.
Would you want to like help me tonight, like before bed, and we could make me a pocket watch with minutes, seconds, and hours? It doesn't have to be
Maybe.
super fancy, but something we could do.
Yeah, you want like something like I reach into my bag of holding and pull out a clock that is ticking backwards somewhat ominously.
What's that?
I don't know. I got it back at the Golden Summit.
It's broken.
I don't know. I
What-
thought
what
it'd
do you
be a
mean you
nice
don't know? It's
souvenir for my
broken.
parents. It's
Oh.
moving. It's
Well,
not
yeah,
broken.
I mean, if it's gonna be for your parents, I'll just have you make
Like-
one too. But you want me to fix it?
Let me ask this: what type of clock are you holding on to?
This is the one I bought back at the Golden Summit. I think it's like a clock that would go on a shelf or something.
So we're talking about like that little like roundish kind of clock that you would see.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought about this too, actually. So it is
Like in my head when I put it in the bag of holding, I just envisioned an alarm clock or something, and I was like, okay, don't know why it's ticking backwards. Garbu probably doesn't even know it's
So-
backwards. Throws it in.
it is like bless you. It is ticking backwards. It's as Garbu's kind of holding it and showing it to you. It is ticking extremely slowly, but it is ticking backwards.
Do you want me to try to fix it if you're gonna give it to your parents, and then you could help me make
I
one?
mean, is it not fixed?
No.
I
Whatever.
thought since it moved, it was good.
Well, it does move, but like, see here, it's going this way. It should go this way. Well, actually, for you guys, it would be this way. No. Anyway, I'm doing
The
it back.
image is mirrored, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's backwards. Do you want it to go the right direction for mom and pa?
Can they use this to tell time?
Not the way it's going now.
Okay.
So
Can
you
they
better-
if you fix it?
Probably. I don't know. Can his parents tell time? Is it common knowledge in this setting?
I don't know. Can peasants who've never owned a clock tell time based on a
Like,
clock VM?
Yeah.
There's probably a clock tower or something that they might have learned from. I don't know. Is Beaumont ahead of time enough to have a clock
I
tower?
will say this: you may not find type of clocks in smaller like farms. You might see maybe if there is a clock tower or like the mayor of like a little town, you might see one of them hold something. But in decent cities, I'd say it is people can somewhat understand time. I would almost say out of the entire population, probably about 75% of people. Again, like farmers, they would just kind of look at the setting of the sun and like it's this time. Like they don't care that much to have the clocks and stuff. So
Yeah, I think they'll be able to understand it if we fix it.
Oh, okay. That'd be nice then. I thought it already worked.
No, you were close. I mean, it's running, which is kind of positive. It's just not running
Does
correctly.
this help? And I shake it.
Does it help?
it doesn't do anything since he's been holding it.
Okay. First, I'm gonna
Does
try to
it
cast
make noise
mending
when
on
I
it.
shake it?
Huh?
Does it make noise when I shake it? Like, does it rattle or anything?
I mean, a little bit, but it still does the same function as it was doing before.
Can I cast mending on it?
I mean, you can cast whatever you want.
I'm gonna cast mending on it.
Okay.
Mending.
It's as he's still holding it and you cast, it's still counting extremely slowly but backwards.
Okay, well, this looks like a job for, and I whip out my toolkit and I want to try to like find out what's wrong with it.
Okay, so you-
maybe there's nothing wrong with it. It's just its original intent.
So
Well, I
you
can still probably fix it so it works correctly.
Out of character, I think this is like a bomb or some sort of countdown to something that happens.
so
In character, Garbu has no idea.
you take it from him, Clarence, to start looking at it and stuff.
That's okay
I'll
with
guide him.
Okay, well, as you take it and like you getting your tools out and you look back, it shifted a lot. Like, how to put it? For Garbu, the long hand was still like
I just
relatively
realized what this is.
close to the top, and the small hand, give or take a little bit, somewhere still around that same area. For yours, it shifted all the way to the side, with the small hand a little bit closer.
I think it counts down to your death. Like whatever your death would be of old age.
I'm
think
gonna
that's
die
what it does.
way quicker than you.
Yeah, I can live up to like
You should give it
120
you should
years.
give it to
We don't know
Elise
that. We
and
don't
watch
know
it
that.
like all the way back to the start.
It's only
So-
like that far.
Yeah,
now
it's
that
like,
I see that, I'm not gonna touch it with my tools. I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Identify.
Well, do you want me to do that first?
That's probably the better one, because
I'll
if it
ritual
detect
cast
magic
identify
is
on
just
it.
going to tell you it's magical. Identify
Well,
would tell
let's do
you,
this
hey, it's
tool.
magical, and here's what it does.
Okay, that makes sense. Identify on it, ritual, if that's okay.
It probably counts down to your death of old age, and that is so much more ominous to gift to somebody's elderly parents.
Dude,
Oh my god.
this is
Okay,
great.
so
Yeah, looks like yeah.
as you
got
cast
5 more years,
identify on
huh?
this, and I am aware that it does tell you exactly. I would like you to make an Arcana check.
I have a positive
got
to that
two-
one. so I'm okay with
You
it.
got 2 more years.
I guided
Grandma,
him as
yeah.
well.
That's fine. You can add the guidance to that.
Oh man. That'd be the
Oh,
worst Christmas
thank
gift ever.
Oh, 13.
13.
Okay. As you're
Scares me.
trying to understand what this is, and it does count toward your death, but not of old age.
Oh.
So I'm about to die.
Some sort of death by curse from the clock or something, maybe?
It just, what you understand from it, it counts towards your death,
Hey, Elise.
but it doesn't give any other explanation. But you do not think it would be with your Arcana check. You don't think it would be of age.
You told Garbu this?
Can I? No. Can I get up and go to the door and try to go to Elise's room with the thing in my hand?
I mean, yeah, you can do whatever.
All right.
Where are you going?
You want to come with me? Come on, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Why
Come
does it look different now?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna talk to somebody who knows more than I do about trinkets. Hey, Elise.
Ah,
Cool item.
I'm naked.
Trinket.
Wait, give me a second.
Ew. I mean, nice. I don't know.
Whatever, man. That is-
Yeah.
If that's your thing.
She just opens
yeah.
the door 2 seconds later. She literally opens the door 2 seconds later, fully clothed.
Wow, that was. Can I
was
inside check
bad.
whether or not she was naked?
I was just no, she was gonna say I was messing with you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So first, I want you to watch this, and I'll hold the clock,
Okay.
and then I will take the clock and I will hand it to Garbu.
Okay.
I mean,
I
you
hold
see him hand it to Garbu, but if you're paying attention more to the time, you see where
Yeah.
the time. I'm gonna be a slight dick on this. Clarence was a little bit more shaken, I guess you could say, by this. That he kind of like quickly flashed it and then handed it to Garbu. So you just, as Garbu's holding it and he kind of like stares at you with this, you see where like the hands are relatively close to the very most portion. Again, like one tick back.
Okay.
I'll walk out to the hallway. Wait, what's going on out here?
Oh, give it to eight. Give it to eight. Give it to eight. Give it to eight. I want to see what he.
I
hand it
just
to
give it to eight. Don't. I'm not gonna. Just give it to eight. Yeah.
What are we
Okay.
giving me?
Just hold it.
Okay.
What's it say?
Nothing changes.
Wait,
Well, I
what?
can't. I
Wait,
can't
what?
see it.
Okay, wait, is it supposed to change? Okay.
What's it supposed? What am I
I mean,
supposed?
it changed from him to him, so
Give it to Elise.
I take it.
Okay.
I look at
Nothing
it.
changes.
Can I
It's
have it back?
you take it back and it changes back to it's actually a few ticks like the small hand's a little bit closer to the top. But the big
So-
hand is still about like, what, 5 o'clock ish, 4 o'clock.
So,
So what does this mean?
The time is
What?
different for like each person
I'm gonna
or
go
something.
sit down against the wall and like slide slowly. Like sit against the wall and then slide down to the ground. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
die.
so it's the same. It's the same for like everybody else except for Clarence. Okay.
Okay, it changes for you, but not for us. What does that mean?
What if you hand it back to Elise now?
No, I'm gonna die.
I'm just gonna let me just hold it for a
Of
bit
what?
longer, see if it changes. I
Okay,
just sit there and
so-
look at it.
Okay, as he hands it back to you and you hold it even for a little bit, it just goes right back to that same previous where it's a tick before both
What if you hand it back to Clarence and then Clarence hands it to Ace?
I don't think that changes. I think it's just. I think
Ace, would you
what it
see
says
any
is.
change?
So, okay, so you say it's gonna like you're talking about
No.
dying. So does this count down to when you're supposed to die?
Yes. Yeah, I identified it. It tells you
That'd
when
be
you're
a
gonna
horrible
die.
gift for my parents.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let you give it to him. Gosh.
Wait, why is it
I
a
just-
horrible gift?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's actually true. Like, I kind of want to know. What I'm
happy when knowing when you die, parents.
so-
It'd be
so if
Oh,
ominous.
that's terrible.
I'm just wondering that if I would say like if I would leave you guys and not join you anymore, would it then go longer because then I won't get myself killed?
But
I
like
feel like-
he's gonna get himself killed.
But why is he gonna
Apparently.
die earlier?
Assassins and a belly demon. I'm
But
just
what if he
impressed.
kill-
Maybe it's
Okay.
based on like likelihood of dying. I guess he's the most likely.
Is it because I have a curse? Is it like a magical curse detector time to
Maybe
that
it's
thing?
reading the ghost weird.
I mean, maybe it's like just counting down to like something's gonna happen. It's gonna blow up the content, so we're all gonna die. But you're gonna die before that happens.
Oh God.
That sounds like it
And you
makes sense.
and you'll feel all of it too. So
Because like technically, if it works like that, like it doesn't
that'd be
seem
hard.
old age because I live like so much longer than all of you. Like all of you combined, we didn't even come close to like a portion of my life. So it's probably like we're facing the something more dangerous than that. But why you earlier? Like I mean, sure you have assassins and everything, but I mean like he could like it looks at 8, he could fall off the stairs and break his neck. So I don't really,
Goblins at
demon?
old age typically only live to like 80, right?
Yeah.
So even then it'd still be shorter than like a kobold.
Yeah,
it-
like a human is.
Is it just
Goblin's
the belly
60.
demon?
Goblin's 60, not 80.
60.
Oh, and like Asimar is like 120 or something, right? You
Well,
live a
Yeah,
little
I'm
longer
also
than-
120.
180. 180.
We already know magical contracts exist. Could it be because there's a magical contract out on me, and that's how long they have to complete it? That's a reach. I
Oh.
feel like that's a stretch.
Nah,
That's-
I feel like
Nah.
No.
I don't know. I mean, like I feel like we're just grasping at straws here. It's a pretty fun item, though. Not gonna lie.
Garbu, since you're not gonna die like next week or whenever, can I borrow this for a while? We'll find you something else for Mom and Pa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry to wake you up, guys. My imminent demise is pending. So,
While we're all here, do you remember this? And I'll pull out the small statue of Zale that I made like 6 days ago. You guys,
yeah.
any better recollection of this person?
I still can't
No.
see it.
We need to go to bed so you can change your phones.
That literally was not happening.
Sometimes I expect it, and sometimes I don't. And it's the times I don't that just
Hey,
always hit harder.
you can never see it coming sometimes.
I mean, I could give them this, and
Hey.
I
I
hold up
won't.
the orb. I think it's just like a glass ornamental orb. because I cast Identify on it and it didn't do anything. I guess I could give them this.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man.
It's very decorative.
Yeah,
I mean, I think your
Who are
parents just gonna.
you?
Get the
Turn
fuck
to
out
the
of here,
random
Jeff.
person who said it was decorative.
I'm the watcher.
It's like I pulled my hand to the dimensional rift and pulled Joseph into the game. Get over here, you bastard.
No, I don't want to be in this. I know what's happening.
We hand Joseph the
mean-
death clock.
I got this ram head you can give them.
It's-
if you wanna give them that.
we had Joseph the death clock. It just keeps spinning like a maniac, doesn't know where to land. It's like ah.
Outside the bounds of the game.
I would hate because it's like I know what's happening. It's like, oh god, but the question is, and I know this is just mind blowing in a sense. It's like if I got sucked into this type of game, I know everything, I just don't know when, and that would terrify the crap out of me. I
It's
want
only
off.
supposed to happen
I want
tomorrow,
off this
but I don't know
fucking
when.
continent right now.
So guys, well, guess,
I mean, but then you
all-
gotta travel by ocean and deal with fish people who can drag you to a watery grave.
Look, if I
Or
haven't
dragon.
created them yet, then maybe they won't be there.
You did
Oh,
create
guys.
them. They exist.
Would they exist
exist.
in a very certain part of the world?
where I'm not.
But who says they
Where
don't
I-
hunt farther out of range?
This guy.
Yeah, maybe they're like-
I mean, they hunted pretty far out of their range already.
Anyways, what are you guys doing?
Do you want to give
Uh,
them something? I got a ram head you can give them.
I mean, I can figure something out.
I mean, Garbu,
Yeah,
like,
well-
let's just face it. Like, when it comes to your parents, I think they're probably happy with that ending.
Yeah. I just
Happy
think
spending
that
time with you.
knowing it might be different for them.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
might
Maybe
change
not-
things
maybe-
in a non-beneficial way, maybe.
I mean, you could always give it to them. I doubt they're gonna figure it out. No offense.
I mean,
So
I
we're
didn't
giving out.
figure it
We're
out.
giving
anyway.
his.
Yeah.
We're
like,
giving his parent a death clock.
and
But
honestly,
I mean, if I want to give them a clock, I want to give them one that works.
we could always make them one that works. It's legal. Like you have spells that you can make things, right?
I didn't know it was illegal to make clocks.
That's what I'm saying. It's legal.
But like, why wouldn't it be?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink.
You guys have fun with that.
Ace, by the way, when you were holding the clock, it was like way farther ahead than the rest of us.
Was it actually? I thought mine was the
No.
only
No.
one. Okay.
And Garbu wouldn't lie about it anyways. That was
Yeah,
out of
that's
character.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just go make this pocket watch, and then we'll go to
Okay.
bed. And then in the morning, you can remove curse on me, or you can do it on someone else. We'll figure out if you're crazy.
Okay,
Does that sound good?
I guess. Is that all I should be ready for tomorrow?
What are we gonna do
Yeah.
tomorrow?
We're gonna go travel.
think we're- Yeah, we're going. We're gonna travel, and then we'll hit Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man.
Oh, maybe they'll have like stuff for us there again. Like, thanks for
Maybe.
saving our world. Blah blah blah.
I mean, well, we'll
Down.
see.
Down. Not
Anyone
well.
need any messages sent before bed?
No, I'm cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as the day shifts to the 26th,
It does
I
it
will
because
just
I'm gonna
send
have a
message.
nightly escapade because I want to be a dick.
I'll send one message to my ma, just letting her know that we'll be in Baymont in a few days. What is it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, 6-ish,
something like that.
I'll say like half a week, and one to Pa as well, saying the same thing,
Okay.
and that I'm safe and I love them and I'm wearing clean underwear or whatever else parents want to hear from their kids.
I'm.
Hey, sometimes that's what
That's what
matters.
Ash Ketchum's mom always asks on Pokemon.
Does she?
Yeah.
Well,
M-
for a
gonna be a
certain
dick.
point until Professor Oak is over there, don't worry about the boy. Worry about me.
Mr. Mime's in the corner watching.
Oh
All of
no!
Every second.
Yep.
He loves it.
that
Gives a new
smiling face.
meaning to the rope trick.
I mean, at least
Gotta
it's a small
catch
rope.
them all.
So, Elise, you said you were doing
Yes,
something?
please.
Elisa's gonna turn into a cat and make her way to her parents' place.
Making your way to your
Okay. You, as a cat, travel, going through all areas. Um, you kind of know a little bit of the ins and outs just because of the fact you've been there a couple of times, especially with the guards and keeping track. You know that there is some areas, kind of like a checkpoint, where if somebody had an illusion or were invisible or something like that, like they would appear. And so you kind of sneak your way around and stuff. But you
I don't
currently,
think wild shape can be dispelled, can it? It would take something like Moonbeam to knock you out of wild shape and force you back to your true form. It's more of a shape change effect than an actual.
well, I'm just
Spell.
stating out in general.
Sorry, I was just saying. I
Like,
don't
I'm
think
just,
it can be
I'm
dispelled.
gonna look at that now just because of sake, but it's fun. Like, anyway, I tried to dodge it. That's fine.
Uh so yeah, anyways. But you come across your are you gonna try to go
It
like
can't be
your
dispelled.
you gonna try to go to your mother's office or your like your father's office?
The first one I get to, just to be a dick.
Sure.
Tell me which one's
No.
first.
We'll say your mother's just because you have a little bit more of a pleasanter feelings towards,
Sure.
but she's not there.
Motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
That's what goes on in Elise's cat brain, and then she just runs to the other window.
You would see your father, who is currently there with this very small magical light that's just kind of cast a little bit down on his desk as he looks like he's just writing some paperwork.
There's that mother.
Wait, I just want to, I want to. So, here's the thing. With wild shape, you can choose whether your equipment falls to the ground, blah 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 blah. Can I have my earring still be active as a? I know I can't talk, per se, because I don't think, or is message a mental thing? I don't know. We'll think another time. I'm just gonna be a cat now. I'm just gonna be like, pawing on the window like a cat. I'll look up the other thing.
He'll look over, hearing the ruckus that you're making, and he just. Damn. Okay, I'm fucking sorry. As he looks over and it's just, why couldn't you just use the door? And he just kind of like traces a little symbol with his finger, and it's like the window just kind of opens,
I hope inside.
and then it just shuts back, and he's just, well, hello there, daughter.
I shift out of the cat form into my elf form, and I'm like, oh, well, it's more fun like this, isn't it? And that's why people don't see me coming.
Most people would not see you coming.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
A little too used to it at this point.
Mm. So I assume you heard about the whole dragon attack on the way, on the on the water stuff.
I did hear about that. That was a very unfortunate event to happen. And a very
Tell me about it.
curious one indeed, that he seems to be very shifty. He's quick, I'll give him that. Especially being able to be undetected. Makes me wonder
Yeah.
where and what he's been doing.
It seemed really, I would say, not so much random, but it's like the way he attacked. He just destroyed every ship, like no indiscriminate. And I don't really feel like there was a point to it, other than like, hey, I found this fleet of ships that all have to be destroyed.
Now, I don't remember if you told him if you were going up north or not. I don't think you did, so
I think I didn't tell him. I told my mother. So unless she told him,
I'm playing it like he doesn't know that you were there.
yeah, fine. Yeah, you play the way you whatever you want to.
So, because I don't quite remember. So,
yeah, you play whatever you want to.
I don't. I heard a little bit of the report of it. As he kind of leans back. It is interesting, and I'm trying to figure out what his game is. What he's after.
I mean, it's not so much what he's after; it's more what the creature is after that controls him.
That's true, but there was, besides a couple of shipments, there was nothing as far as I'm aware of that deemed valuable or worth destruction. So, I'm just not entirely sure what the motive is. I can understand if it was by pure accident, but if I remember from what the report said, it almost like he was waiting.
Did it to us seem like he was waiting, or was it more like he came upon us by accident?
From what Garbu has reported, because you guys did tell at least Zilisi about everything with what happened. The way it's been explained, and it's kind of going off like as the basis, was he was just there. Just, it's like he really was waiting. He wasn't in the midst of flying and happened to stop and look at you guys. It was as the ships, it's like the ships came across him. He was just like there in the mist waiting for something to come through. That's the way the report is being made, and it was from Garbu's standpoint as he states and remembers that he was trying to reach out to Bahamut, and it was the roar of the dragon, and it was just there flapping its wings as the ships were getting a little bit closer and closer. So it does not look like he was traveling. It looked like he was just waiting. So.
Okay. Well, at least I don't know what his play was, but I can just say he was very thorough in his destruction of the fleet. Is a big word. Grouping of ships.
Yep. Now we're having to take extra precaution, and if there is a storm anywhere or that is close, we just unfortunately will not be shipping anything out. And hopefully, I mean, you know it, we get storms occasionally here and there, just as much as almost if we don't get anything, so it's going to put a damper on Zilisi for sure.
I mean, we made our way back from there just fine.
You traveled up there?
I mean, we were literally there as the dragon attacked.
I wasn't made
Did
aware
Mama
of
tell
this.
you that we were going up there?
No, she did not.
We were on this whole like talk to the dragons. Actually, the dragon from Zilisi is pretty nice. I like her. But no, we were there. Like, it was like if you need to know more about the whole attack. I mean, we were just like making our way there to fix aids, like the guy with the arm to get a better arm for him, because his arm came originally from there. And as we were on the ship, it's like the dragon was just there, and then just indiscriminately went and just destroyed every single ship. I mean, they're lucky we were there because we saved like 50, 60 people who would have probably died otherwise.
You can see as the moment you said you were there and kind of explaining, he goes into like, you've seen this before. It's one where he's seriously thinking about something, but he didn't interrupt you at all as you continued explaining. A part of you maybe felt a little bit relieved as he seemed to, as the next kind of topics as he asked here or there about the situation, it doesn't seem like he's gone into that worry part where like he doesn't want you to get hurt or get danger. You can see it's like, looks like he might be trying to hold it back, but he's changing and asking more about the event. And you explained more of it, and it's just
I mean, I don't know how strong he is as a dragon. Because I mean, I mean, it was kind of unexpected for us to like find him there, but I mean,
I'll have to
I
document
wouldn't
this
mind-
and put it down more. In terms of strength, he's actually one of the weaker ones. But
I mean, I know you don't want me to go chase a dragon, but I mean, if he's one of the weaker ones, I mean, it might. I don't know if us four can take it. I'm not gonna actively chase him, but if he's, I mean, if the opportunity arises, he might.
that's the
might
thing, is we don't know how to gauge his power now. He was one of the weaker ones. And the fact that he took on two of the middle, in terms of strength, dragons in a contested battle at the summit when all of this went down. The fact that everything about him has changed. Some of the dragons have been trying to locate him. Some think it might be best to try to defend their cities a little bit more. Especially with a recent sighting here. Give me my easy access pad.
All wizards get those.
Yeah, they fucking need it.
Wizard like takes out the book, is like, oh, look at all this shit I have.
And they switch from spellbook to spell iPads.
Especially with the recent sighting and attack, Nodrin and Zildron are actively being active, or more being forced to be active. Especially if he's this close, we can't take any chance. The Zephlor, the silver dragon in Bahamut, or in Baymont, and Paragon are making their rounds a little bit more closer to our territories just in case. Do you, and I'll say this as you explained part of it where he traveled in a certain direction. It's just really hard to take chances now on where he's going and what he's truly capable of. And we fear it's only a matter of time until he decides to hit a city.
I mean, from what I can see from the original, having been there as well at the original mind controlling of him, I feel like, I don't know if like, the thing is like none of the people who were probably capable of it haven't been able to get the chance, but I wonder if like this trying to dispel the magic or some form of anti-mind control would break him free. It's hard to say, I suppose.
That's if we can even see him. That sighting that you were a part of was the first since the summit.
Yeah, I didn't.
We're not sure how, but he is just gone, and only it seems like as though only appears wherever he's needed or is supposed to be at, which is not a good sign at all.
I could have maybe cast a spell magic on him to try, but I wasn't really. I was more worried about staying alive than trying to free him from
As
a
you
potential
should,
magical.
because
I
I
mean, we
don't.
came out of it unscathed, so don't worry.
It's good
We
to
were
hear.
prepared with like water walking, water breathing, the whole shebang. We were fully ready for it.
We'll continue staying prepared.
Always. But
Times are
well, I
getting
mean,
tougher.
I think we should. It seems that something is on the horizon. Like, I don't know exactly what, but from the supernatural forces, if you roll your eyes a bit at that, that have been interacting with us and trying to influence us, there's something coming.
It's not something that we need. We're still trying to recover from the stupid war. Everybody's trying to
Yeah.
recover. We don't need another disaster on our hands.
Well, I think we might have one on our hands whether we like it or not, so I think the best thing we can do is be prepared as best as we can. But I'll keep trying to, like, I mean, we were coming by, so that's why I came and dropped by. Also, just to say hi again. No, like, I don't know. I also felt like after, anyway,
Yeah.
things are going somewhere, and I mean, we'll try to figure it out, and I will, of course, tell you and Mom about it, because I know if there's anyone in the city who can do something about it, it's you two.
Keep us informed for sure. With recent talks, we may just have something that you might be able to help assist with while you're out adventuring. And he kind of says that part a little bit grudgingly. Something that maybe if you guys were able to check it out, that might be something. It's still in the talks. Your mother is currently over at Cruxburn trying to help out a little redesigning of their landscapes.
Okay.
So she is there currently, would be there for quite a bit.
At least like takes up the battle map as Leroy looks at the map. It's like, oh fuck, we're there. Well, also completely, we were up there and we were like trying to find the guy who makes the arm, and there was this weird, let's say, ancient ruin where there was like this black obelisk and this altar that whispered to the little kobold. And apparently there was some follower of Tiamat there trying to decipher something. It was all weird shit. Like trying to and she was talking about like
It's actually an
freeing.
old college friend of his. He knows exactly who it is.
It's like
Oh,
she's
man,
I'm the one
the
who sent
voice.
her over there.
It's like she called herself the voice, and she was talking about like freeing the Dragonborn as a race. From what I could figure out from her cryptic message.
Get the college.
You can see as he's trying to think about it too, and it's just kind of looks back, stands up and goes, kind of looks at a couple of books, and then he does take one out and flips through a couple. And with a couple of additional questions and answers, he kind of comes and brings the book on the table. And he's, well, there's not much entirely known, but there is what we are describing them as the dragon cult.
Elisa snickers at that whole original.
Well, they don't really give themselves a name, but there's just not much too entirely known about them. We know a little of their uh, distrust of the guilds. They think, from what you can see, it's they're still going on about something that might have been extremely far in the past. That it's just not even at this point, how to put it, even thought of.
It seems she wanted to. She didn't know. She was looking for something there, and she wanted help with it. Maybe we didn't help. Maybe. I mean, personally, I wanted to like end them then and there, but the others were like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." So we backed
Well,
off.
it's always at least good to try to end things more diplomatically. I thought at least I taught you that. But it seems as
I
you're
mean,
still
I got tired of listening to her voice. Like she was talking so much, I got so tired of it. I mean, that's why they call it the voice, I suppose.
still, daughter.
Eh.
Rushing for fights is not the answer. But probing for answers is a different subject. Could have probably got a couple of things from that. Maybe next time, or if you happen to see them, probe a little bit more. But be very wary. We still don't know much about them.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we can also go back at some point and look at that thing, but I doubt we'll go back. Travel is not takes so long to get everywhere, right? But
2 hours from where we are.
2 hours.
yeah, but we're probably gonna move all the way down south, and then we're gonna move east, and then we're gonna go all over the fucking place. Anyway, I think we're just. I feel like there's things on the move, and it has to do with the dragons, obviously. And I'm wondering, like, we trust in the dragons a lot, but how much can we trust them?
You're not entirely wrong. There was, back when, after the war, this came from some guilds, not all, but some wanted to make, which is what we have now, is a decent amount of restrictions. If any of these dragons decided they wanted to change sides, they were vastly outnumbered. But reasons to that, so we don't have another resurrection on our hands. One's good enough.
Mm. Yeah, strange that all the dragons came so sudden.
Little Reports was from a region of Vostek.
Yeah, I heard about that place. Kind of got fucked up, right?
Yeah. We have sent a few convoys up there, more of trying to understand what's happening up there. Couple of years back. They were more on the trying to rebuild, but a lot has apparently changed. Trying to get a little bit more of their history.
Who knows? Might end up there at some point. Probably not, but well.
If we
It
do,
looks
I
like-
hear
looks
they have
like-
a great library.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
have
it's
a good
crazy.
track.
It's probably
It'll
very
be
as
there
wizard.
now.
Crazy as wizard.
Very
and shit like that.
flammable, I hear.
Well, I should probably go to sleep because I think tomorrow we're gonna go travel to Vermont.
Well, shouldn't have too much of an issues heading south.
No, I don't think so either.
Just be safe and keep us updated on anything that think is worthy, and we'll document it.
Sounds like a plan. Well, I'll make my way back and can you open the window again, please?
And he just does the same trace symbol as the window opens up.
As she leaps out, as she walks towards the window, she looks back, and then just before she changes, she says, "Love you, Dad," and then she goes cat, and then
His face expression doesn't quite change. Just kind of a stern look as you hop out and take off, and kind of just leans back in his chair a little bit. And about 2 minutes later, he just kind of goes back to writing. But the window is still left open.
like I sit there at the window and I peek in again, and then I,
Yeah.
then I
He has a flower pot on the ledge, and you just kind of paw it off.
No,
no,
no, no, no,
no,
no.
no, no.
Ah,
She just looks and then she just runs back to the place, and then goes to sleep. Oh, well, goes to trance.
Alright. Anybody
I
else?
mean, you could actually sleep as the cat, in
Mm,
theory, if you wanted to have that.
But then I would
experience.
wake up like after like what 3 hours. I would just be like, just totally shift away, and
You
I'm
were
like,
just in a weird position, like, ow. You wanted to do the
Ow.
clock thing, right?
yeah. We'll make the. I'm gonna do 2 clock things. I'm gonna look at where my time is on the death clock, and I'm gonna mark it with a little mark with like a pencil,
Okay.
I'll move. You also said that you wanted to take that, right?
if that's okay. If you
Yeah,
would like.
you can have
Yeah.
it. I just
Do you
I'll
want
have
any
to get
gold?
something else.
How about this? The
No.
next thing you find from Mom and Pa, I'll buy it for you.
I mean, the next thing I was just gonna make something.
10,000 gold.
Okay. The next thing you make for Mom and Pa, I'll help you with it.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want to make the pocket watch, if possible, with Garbu's thing. If Garbu wants to help or do it for me or
I'll
whatever.
help.
Yeah.
But someone will probably come up and tell us to be quiet. I moved the clock
That's-
over to the bed of holding.
I will honestly say with a small pocket watch, it's a lot less banging. It's just more of
Tapping for 1 hour.
I mean, yeah, but it's more of you're a little bit more on like a chiseling type aspect of it. There, like with most of the stuff, it's relatively easy to do. But the magic pretty much steps in for the mechanical part to get it going, since you guys don't really quite would know the functionality. So you would know it'd be gears, but to actually get those proper going and
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't think Garbu would have the capacity to remember all the gears immediately. So I think Garbu could probably help you by making the case for it all, but you'd
then
probably
I'll
have to
make the
do all
gears.
the intricate, yeah.
Do
But
we need to roll anything?
I'm gonna just say it's a little bit simple enough. It's not like the greatest. I would say you'll probably have to a little bit more occasionally, actually attune to it, like twisting it to get it dialed back and stuff. But nah, no rolls. I'll just say it's easy enough.
Can I? It's gonna be really plain, but can in the like the front of it, like where you know how it opens, but like on the front, can it have like a C that connects to a G on the front as like a Clarence and Garbu?
Easy enough.
How do you enchant things, right?
Sort of. I
Could
create
you
magic
show-
items
could you-
and I can enchant.
Could you help teach me to be able to enchant? Maybe I could enchant this with the sending spell.
The clock?
No, I hold up the decorative orb I have and make that a gift for Mom and Pa.
Can I help him do that? Is that possible? I don't know.
You can only enchant with what your abilities are.
Well, I can't do it, but could I show him how to do it so that he could do it? Is what I'm, because he has the spell, but I know how to do it.
It's a lot different, as in regular enchanting. is actually imbuing a magic item to stay like that forever, where yours is like you can create it, but you have a certain limit, and then when you create another one, the first one goes away.
But
So
you did make my gauntlets.
he did, but it's accounted towards his magical thing
Oh,
that
is
he
it?
can create.
I gave up one of my things for you to get it.
Oh.
But I assume when I get to it's level 7 or is level I think at level 7 I get a new breakpoint in items, so I get more items.
Yeah,
And
you
would just
get
be
you
better
would
for him.
you would be able to get more items of what you can specifically craft. Yours is specific, whereas enchanting is like broad based.
No, my magic doesn't really work that way.
Oh. My other idea was to try and enchant it to be like a light for them, but
I can do that. I
Now
actually can do that.
would it be a permanent enchantment?
you can go. There is places like within these cities that can do like an enchanting on it. It would obviously cost, but they can actually make it where there's a permanent enchantment to something, depending on what type of enchantment.
Well, because I figured I could make like a casing around it, and then if like the orb itself could be enchanted to glow like at a phrase, then they could just have like a lantern, something like the light cantrip or something.
I can do that permanently with magical tinkering. So I don't need to like enchant it. I can just magically tinker with it.
Do you have the light cantrip to be able to do something like that?
Hmm. That's what I'm double checking to make sure I'm not wrong. Read those, and I can do any of those. If that makes sense.
An object sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim light for an additional 5 feet.
You see what I mean? I know I can do that, and it'll stay like that. It's like the fart axe.
Yeah, because it states it lasts indefinitely, so that's where something you can do.
So
Okay.
would it just constantly glow
Light.
for that 5 foot, or is it only when you speak a?
That would be it's a constant glow.
Okay,
wanna-
I mean, if we can do that, I could probably, maybe we could figure out a way to like close the case that it's in.
Sure, we could always just put it inside of a like a, you know how like ship lamps work, and they have a shutter that wraps around. Okay, well ship lamps
Out of
have
character, yes.
yeah. Ship
In
lamps have a
character,
shutter that wrap around,
yeah.
and you could just do it like that. We'll make a little.
What if
metal
it like
case.
pulls up and down or something?
That works
That way
too.
it shines
Good
in all
idea.
directions.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a good one to do.
I'll enchant the actually. Well, we're gonna put it back in the bag of holding, so it'll be fine. It's not gonna like glow in the bag of holding. I don't think, is it?
Or I'll keep it in my bag of holding till we get there.
I'll use magical tinkering and just make it do the light thing now, so that we can make the case for it another time.
Okay.
How long does that take?
It's instantaneous, I think, isn't it? It doesn't say.
Why not? I don't care.
As an action, you give
As
it
an
one of the following. Yeah, it's just that
6
you can
seconds.
just go like, you just kind of touch it and
Tap it with a hammer. Boop boop. Oh, you're good. Lights on.
That'd be 4,000 gold pieces. What? Well,
would-
time and effort.
He gave me a clock that tells me when I'm gonna die.
All right.
and you made my orb glow.
Oh, the maximum. Remember, the maximum number of objects you can affect this feature at one time is equal to your intelligence modifier.
So it is limited.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
that's
it's
not
just
bad.
it's just
That's
your
not-
intelligence. It's like maximum. Like if you have 20 intelligence, it's 5.
Oh, okay. I thought it gave my proficiency as well.
No, just
No.
your intelligence modifier.
So then obviously this will now count towards your
And
Then I can do something else if it's gonna take away from other stuff you could do.
I mean, when do you ever
Literally-
use that?
You're literally already. Yeah, I barely used the cloak that I made for my. It's fine.
So you would just have to keep like a very small list of what you put in
I
order
think right now it's just a fart axe and then this.
because
Fart
I need
axe
the
and
fart
that
axe.
don't count.
Vortex counts.
Did you
it's also
drop the
magic
fart
thinking.
axe?
Yeah, but it's not one of my infusions.
No, but it's one of the magical tinkering things.
The magical
yeah,
tinkering is
I've only had
separate from
okay.
the infusion. You have 2 magical tinkerings right now: the Fardax
Yeah.
and this.
So that's what I was saying. I was like, so
Yeah.
I can. So that's on a separate table than my infusions, correct?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
why I was confused. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes. It's
Because
yeah.
your infusions are listed as infusions.
Yep. Okay.
This is just this one states it specifically that it's your modifier.
We have 2 right now.
So at some point, if you ever go past it, the first one, which would be the
Fardax
X,
would then.
that would disappear.
Okay. We don't even have the Fardax anymore. Can I just
Nope.
drop it?
Some Kinku has it.
You
Yeah.
can do whatever.
No,
I mean,
you should
Fardax.
leave that.
it's
'Cause he's
not.
gonna be chopping wood or something in the middle of the woods, and then just.
I would kind of say I don't really care. You can drop it if you want. It's not like it's where you can drop it. It's there until you replace it.
Okay. That
But
makes sense.
you know, if you want to go ahead and drop it, I don't care.
Okay.
Especially
We'll leave
since you don't have it.
Yeah.
There was a serial killer that was using that axe just to take advantage of the fact that there's farty noises. So it's, oh, what's going down in that alleyway? Oh, it just sounds like someone's just really letting one rip in there.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, and now it's just somebody screaming.
Be like Jake
Yeah.
Paul. Is it a sex thing? It's a sex thing.
So, anything else?
I guess I'm getting used to my arm trying to like swing it around like how I used to with my other arm in combat.
Okay, yeah, it's just the same functionality. There's not a lot to it that you can do. It's just there, you know, you can maybe put something or try to hold something in it, but that's about it. But it is a lot heavier. You know, at least if you were like swing at somebody, you know, it fucking hurt.
Ugh. Okay. Whew.
So, but you're at least thankful that they added the straps to it that kind of goes around your body in a way to help offset the load. So, still heavy, but it's not like it's not doable.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go over to Garvin Clarence's room while they're working on clock making. I'll use the other arm. Knock. I almost like, you know what? I should just knock with the silver hand, just see how it feels.
Feels bad.
We hear it?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. It's on. I go open the door.
Oh, am I bothering you guys?
Just chiseling this case.
I'm
Oh.
making gears. Why? What's up?
Oh, I was gonna ask Garbu if you wanted to give Bolt the good news about the new arm tomorrow.
I can
Can
do
you
that
sit-
tomorrow, not today. I already
Yeah.
sent Mon Pod some messages.
Oh yeah, that's just for tomorrow.
Okay. I'll
what you
make
guys
sure
making?
I prepare that.
Clocks. A clock and a light orb.
A light orb? And a
Yeah.
clock?
Yeah. Well, I'm making a pocket watch so that I can keep time and find out whether or not we're gonna fall from eagles and die.
I'm sure it's just something to scare people.
Wait,
Like
no,
one
like,
out of 4 people.
no, like literally, we watch them despawn. Like we could die from. Like that's a thing.
They
Like
just kind of evaporate at the end.
yeah, they just disappear.
That's
They're
my
like-
word
Oh,
of the day. I didn't get one
I've
yet,
never
so I
kno-
wanted to throw one in.
I never noticed that.
Yeah. He can't see when it happens, so he thinks they're
Oh.
there. Yeah.
Do you not like feel
Well, I kn-
them?
I know they disappear. I just didn't know they just evaporate.
Well, yeah.
They
just
they're
like-
there 1 second, gone the next.
Yeah.
How's the
figured
arm?
I
they're
wonder if they feel it.
pretty heavy.
Really?
Violent traps. Oh, here, you wanna take a lift?
Can I check it out and see if it's like good or like whatever?
I mean, yeah, you can. It's still in good, like very good condition. So it just fucking
Can you,
weighs.
Yeah. I wonder if
can you
there's a lighter, stronger material you could possibly do this with. Something conductive, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what conductive is.
well, I mean, like, because I was obviously trying to figure out what the boss was doing upstairs when we were trying to figure out if there's a way to almost telepathically fix something. I think that there is a method and a path that we just have to work out the kinks, and I think you could have a fully functioning arm. I
That'd
don't
be
know that
great.
this material would be very good for it, but down the line, I think we could do something with it.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I can't make you see, but like, yeah, that would be fun.
I'm fine with whatever you think would be best for the arm.
Clarence can make him see at level 11, but there's something Clarence wants more than 8th to be able to see. I'm going to be honest. So,
Who are you whispering to?
nobody, God.
Only God knows your secrets.
Oh no, it's I like the arm, the metal arm.
Well, good. Yeah, yeah, is
To
there
be honest
anything...
with you, if you would have given me a regular arm, it'd be really weird for me to get used to not deflecting things with this arm.
Well, it wouldn't be made of flesh. It would just be a reactionary arm. You had more articulation in your hands, wrist, elbow, shoulder.
Okay. Well,
So
I'm just
think
saying,
about...
if you actually gave me a fleshy arm, it'd be really hard for me to get used
No, yeah, I can't do that. That's a pipe dream, my guy. It's gonna be made of something. It's just like, not flesh.
to. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I would obviously be careful when we get to that point, but like, I think by then, between me and I can't remember the dad's name, I can just remember Sinjin's name.
Yojin.
God, Yojin.
Yojin.
Yojin, Yojin's got some really, really good stuff he's working with, man.
Yeah. I trust both you and Yojin and the son and Garbu.
Yeah, we're good people. We trust you.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're doing better with the, the whole like boat thing
Has Ocean tried to kill you
again,
recently?
again.
Uh, no, I haven't really talked to her either. Not really gonna try though.
Do you think she'll try to kill you for not talking to her?
Yeah, man, that's a wow. Crazy ex-girlfriend, dude. Like, you either win or you lose. You know?
I think it's more like
I
a lose or a lose. With
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah. No, he's gonna lose.
that's more of a lose-lose situation.
Hey, at least you
Well,
don't have
one thing.
clock.
Well, one thing about it, I won't see it coming, so that's the thing. Either way.
Ha! It's a joke, Garbu, because he's blind. Sorry.
It's good.
When I get
Jokes are
nervous,
good,
I
right?
laugh.
Well, when I get nervous, I tell really bad jokes.
Why are you nervous?
I'm not nervous.
Oh,
That was a
okay.
good joke.
Yeah. But you said like, okay, never mind. All right. I have a reason to be nervous. I have a belly demon and assassin, so like, you don't have to ask why. So.
So, okay, question about the belly demon thing. Do you
Yep.
ever get like feeling of indigestion down there, or is it just cleared
Ac-
up?
Actually, yes. I had a really bad stomachache the other day. It was a stomachache, correct? That you said.
Spend some
Okay,
time,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I had a really bad stomachache the other day.
Well, how about I got an idea how we can fix that.
No,
I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to the bar, get the spiciest food. I'm gonna ask for the spiciest food that they have.
No, I don't. I don't
This
want
is
to do
gonna
that.
work.
I don't want diarrhea. I already have a belly demon assassin. You want to give me blood poop too? No, I'm good, man.
I trust me. I had a guard person that I worked with back in Eastbourne that had this. He had a little worm thing inside of him. This is the best way to get it out.
Fine. I'll
They
flip a
give you
coin.
some noodles that have only been seasoned with salt and are very unspicy, but they think it's spicy.
The kitchen mostly is kind of closed, so like it's just like hot like food items, nothing like actually tastes good but like really spicy, so it's just like there.
If it's a 1, I'll eat it. If it's a 2, I'm not eating it. It's a goddamn.
Yes. Yes.
I'll eat it. Fine.
We'll,
I'll
we'll,
eat it.
we'll throw,
I'll eat it.
we'll throw in a spicy ale too. Just get the hottest, spiciest ale.
That they can do.
I have
Uh
a platinum.
oh, okay. I mean, I was just going to say like 5 silver
It's
pieces.
just a regular ale that they dumped a lot of spices into, isn't it?
Yes.
They just like looked at all the spices on their shelf and just like removed all the caps and just went, "Yep, that's good," and then stirred it up.
Good enough.
They just like they
Fair.
looked at like mustard and paprika and they went, "That's a spice."
Mhm.
So, you ate and drank all of this. I mean, it's hot.
How's my stomach feel?
You don't know yet.
Dang it.
How's his
Ah.
throat feel?
Do what?
How's his throat feel? Kind of burn when he breathes out, like
No,
No?
not yet.
Not,
I feel great.
were
I
there
don't
any
know why you guys don't eat
peppercorns
spicy
and
stuff
maybe-
all the time. This is
you want me to
great.
get more for you? I'll get more for you if you want me to.
Okay.
He's gone. Yeah, are you rolling again?
I think he needs to roll a con check or con save.
He's gonna do it again.
I'll eat it again.
All right, I'm getting more.
Okay.
I feel fine, right?
At this moment.
Okay, then I'll eat it. Look, we're doing like scientific thinking here. I've eaten it and nothing's wrong. So now I'm fine.
Mhm.
I can eat more.
Yep. God, it feels great to have a
I don't
twin.
have a lot of wisdom, but I'm real smart.
It's working. It's definitely working. You look great.
How do I look?
You look great. What?
You
What
look
do you want?
fine.
You're not my type.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's fine.
Well, I don't know what you look like, so I can't.
That's true. Yeah. I think you're more into women. So
Well,
Mm.
you guys doing anything else?
Should I make the case for it out of like gold, or should I make it out of like just regular iron, or
so mom and pa aren't very rich, are they?
no?
So like they don't have a lot of expensive stuff.
No.
So if you gave them something really expensive in their area, that might make them a target.
Maybe.
If you put it in something dull and when they open it up and it looks great, that they're gonna love that, right? No matter what. But if
Should
you
I
put it in
not be
something-
planning to give them 100 platinum? Is that a bad idea?
No, as long as they keep it hidden and they don't like make themselves targets, it's fine. You see what I mean?
Should I do
Mhm.
less?
Just so we're clear, he lives in the scrapyard, which is in the ghetto, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say outskirts of town. I don't know
Well,
how.
no, the way it was described to me, it was the poor area, like the.
It's not. It's within Baymont. It is not the, best area, but it is also like a militarized city.
Yeah, that's true.
So, crime is crime, kind of regardless. It's just like You got to be a little bit desperate or a little bit stupid or both to kind of like try to commit some things in Baymont.
Okay. Yeah, do what you want, man. Like, if you think you can get rid of it or get it made and then not, like, financially stagger yourself, 100 platinum's a lot for them. You know that, right? I mean, the scrapyard probably made 50 gold a year.
That was why I was thinking about it. That way
They
they
could
could just
retire.
retire. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, go for it, man. Get them out of the junkyard if they want, or build them a better junkyard.
Yeah. So do you think the gold's a good idea, or just stick to iron for the lantern itself?
You know what you could do? You could use iron and then fill it up with the platinum pieces, and then when they open it, the platinum pieces will fall out, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, we're rich!"
How many platinum
What if,
pieces could I fit into a case
what if
for
they
a
open?
sphere?
What if they open it outside?
Not like
Oh.
100, but a decent amount.
Okay.
And then you
Probably
get the
like
rest in your pocket.
20. I'm thinking like silver dollar shaped things.
I'll
I-
put it somewhere around the 50-ish. Because
Maybe-
again, it
maybe
is a
not have them open
sphere
it
that we're
outside.
talking about, and the sphere's not like small, kind of looking
rich.
at like a softball size.
Well, the case would already have the sphere in it, but it'd be cylindrical, so you'd only be able to like put the coins in the edges, I think.
Oh well, if the sphere was in it too, then yeah, like 10 or 20, 10 at best.
Maybe stick to 10 for now.
They should probably still open that inside.
Yeah. Well, I figured they would open it inside. I'm gonna go ahead and try and make the case if I'm making it out of iron. Alternatively, if I'm making it out of gold, could I have the golden bowl that we took from that fort? Or do you think I should stick to iron?
Do you need?
The gold would make it like more ornate, but the iron would be fine for utility.
I don't know what the ram's made out of.
Do what you want. Like, I don't. I'm out of this.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
they were in like the ghetto and they were gonna get robbed. So if you want to make it out of gold, just make it out of gold, dude. Like,
Maybe I can make it out of my old chainmail. That way there'll be maybe some pieces they recognize.
you could do that. I don't know how stable chainmail is going to be
Well,
as a.
You think about it.
Oh, my chainmail was... It's not actually chainmail. It's the ramshackle pieces of armor that I started the campaign in. It was just rated as chainmail, I think. DM, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you think about it. Why don't we go
I'll
ahead
make
and
it out of the armor.
continue?
But I was gonna do the 1 hour casting just to form the basis of the frame for this, not the shutter, because I don't think Garbu would understand the mechanism for the shutter. But
That's fine. So,
I will help 1 hour.
okay. Easy enough. As we go into the next day, Clarence, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
he was on the toilet all night,
Oh no!
every single hour of the night. There's nothing left in his.
So, I'll allow this. You get a long rest because I think you've probably already hit the button.
I did hit the button. I'm sorry.
But you now have exhaustion.
Nice. What does that do? I get disadvantage on perception.
It tells you actually if you.
Oh, I can click it here.
Yeah.
Sick.
Let's see. Yeah, it's right under your
Disadvantage.
death saves.
Let's see.
Oh,
okay.
no!
Wrong spot. Just one?
Yep, just change it to 1.
Oh, sick. I'm useless.
Oh, shoot.
So, okay. You guys get your gear together, get everything packed and ready to go. You head out to go get your uh, wagon and stables, or wagon at the stables. And as who goes to get the wagon out of kind of curiosity? I know all of you would be together, but like,
I think Eighth was the one who dropped it off. Should Eighth pick it up?
I'll go pick it up.
okay. Do you guys go with Aeth, or I mean, I would assume all of you would.
I assume so.
As we'll do it like this. The rest of you guys are probably standing right outside the area part. And again, the way it is, it's like a little, kind of like a small cabin where they do just the business part of it, but the stables is connected right on the back end to it. And you guys are outside. As you guys are just kind of waiting as Aeth goes in to try to do the business aspects. Get this pulled up here. Any day now. I need you to work a lot faster for me. That'd be really great. Thank you. Okay. So, is anybody just being perceptive, or you guys just kind of doing your own things?
I mean, always.
Yeah.
You can see, like, in the stables, is what appears to be a dark skin Faubourg, as he, and a lot of his material kind of matches with his complexion of just dark upon darker materials, brownish dark or just pure black itself. But as he is just kind of sitting there petting some of the horses, which you're pretty sure he's petting like your horses, as he's just looks like he's quietly speaking to them as he's petting them and stuff like that. Couple of minutes later, Aeth comes out, and the guys that work there kind of go out to go get the horses. And as they do, he kind of like, before they get there, he kind of already backs up and just kind of like exits the stables a little bit. But they get y'all's horses pulled out, get them attached to the wagon. You guys, with the extra amount of days left, I'll say, does it say how much food you have for them in the wagon by chance?
We had food before. We could purchase more before we leave as well.
Well, I'm going to add to that, so I'm just trying to...
We have the 2 horses. I don't think we have the wagon as a stat. We have the bag of holding.
I have our rations in the bag of holding, but I never took anything for them. I know we did buy it. I just don't know how much.
Well, if
We
it's...
do not have a wagon on the options. We have a bag of holding, 2 draft horses.
Okay. Then we'll put it like this. If you want to put this for the wagon, we'll say 6 days in total of basic feed. So if you guys are in an area that may or may not be a hospitable place for them to eat, you have at least 6 days of stuff for them to eat from.
Do you have like a thing like the bag of holding for the cart? For what
Or
we
would
have
you
on
like
the
us to
cart?
just use the bag of holding and make a new tab?
I mean, you have... Is the wagon not available for you guys?
No.
No.
Should. I'll work on that later. Just go ahead and put it in the bag of holding for now. And then...
I'll put it under crew.
Because
That's what I
I'm
was thinking.
going to go ahead and refresh mine just in case. But you guys should have had access to the wagons. So,
That's 6 days for both horses,
yeah,
or is
why
that
not?
6 days total?
No,
Okay.
six, it would be 6 days total, but it's like for both of them, so it's enough to handle for 2 horses.
Okay.
Well,
Shall we get going to
I
Iron
think
Man?
as they're busy, like Elise looks at the verbal, like sort of making his way out, and she like taps her earring and she messages him. So I see you were talking to one of our horses. We're having a good conversation over there.
as he kind of like jumps and he's just like looking around, he's just, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Nothing. Hello?
Elise sends another one. Where is he relative to me?
He is kind of like he went out a little bit from the stables and kind of like curved around it. He doesn't seem like he's trying to hide, but he just didn't want, to get yelled at as he heard people was coming. So he kind of just made his way out of there.
It's like
He's like a stable hand.
it's like if you go a little bit back, I'm the lady over here. And what were you doing exactly?
He kind of looks back and
then I do like the
Oh god, that's creepy.
you can see like he sees and then like he just kind of hides back behind the thing and he's just, I just like talking to animals. They were nice, especially those horses were nice. I just like talking. Sorry, I'll leave.
I cast heat metal on whatever the Furbolg's wearing. No, I'm kidding.
He has no metal on him, so
It was a joke.
please miss you. Like I'm not upset. I'm just wondering. I honestly couldn't care less. If you want to talk to horses, talk to horses. I don't care. I mean, I could talk to horses if I wanted to.
he's just kind of being very quiet and kind of being quick with his answers. Just, okay, thank you. He seemed, even when he speaks to you mentally, it's like very timid.
Elise rolls her eyes, and then just like literally just makes her way. Like I need to talk to this guy over here. Literally just
What?
makes her way over to the Furbolg.
Okay. And you can see a lot more better of his materials. A lot of it seems run down. As he's like kind of holding his staff, which is really just tons of bandages on it. Looks like it's not like a more proper staff of straight. It's really crooked in different type of ways with a stone like in the top portion with it kind of wrapped around to hold it there, and he's like frozen like statue. He's just,
She looks him up and down. Well, it seems like you've been out and about a lot from what it looks like.
statue. Like he's kind of like trying to hold his breath.
Get a fate.
Okay.
And then he breathes out.
Not
Just,
going to. Good, good. I'm not gonna hurt you. If I wanted to, I could have done already. But not that makes it easier for you, I suppose. I mean, if you like talking to a horse, that's fine with me. But like, you can also just, when someone talks to you, you can also talk back to them instead of trying to run away.
Sorry, I'm usually not supposed to talk to people.
And why is that?
Just reasons. I'm just not supposed to talk to people.
Okay. Because, I mean, I know you say reasons, but
I'm just. That's what I'm not supposed to do. While I'm breaking that, I'm not supposed to talk to people. And he's like
Okay.
just not looking at. He's like looking at the ground, looking at anything else.
or like at some point she just puts her face in his field of vision.
Like
It's like, you
he
know.
like it's
Okay, I
getting
don't
to
know
a
what.
point like it's like with a child, you know how like you kind of give them no other place to look, and they're just like trying to somehow look past you to like hopefully not see you type thing.
He's probably also at least a good 1.5 feet taller than Elise.
No, he is
Probably.
not.
No?
Is
Oh,
he
he's
very
How
short?
short.
how
Ooh.
tall are you again, Elise?
6 something.
I mean,
got
furbolgs
it.
get to like 8 foot or something like that.
Let me see.
So he could be quite young.
I can't remember. I think it was 6 something. So look at my document. Oh yeah, 6 feet exactly.
You got to pull out your
Yeah.
passport.
6 like
Act-
I look at the passport. 6. 6
You're
feet tall.
y'all
Is
are
it actually 6 feet
roughly
or
about the
5 foot
same
taller?
size.
Mm. So are you out on like some journey or discovering the world where you're not allowed to talk to people? Wild guess.
No, not
Go invisible
really.
and
It's like,
run.
I don't roll my insight. Only a 14, it's not that high.
He's doesn't seem like he's out journeying.
Hmm. I mean, you don't see many of your kind around here.
I'm not. I'm not sure what's my kind. As he every now and then kind of like shows his eyes to you, as he seems very curious about this.
I mean, you're a furbolg. I've never heard of that. Have you never heard that name?
No.
Well, that's what you are. Who is exactly
God.
told you not to talk to people? Sounds like someone who doesn't tell you a lot of things.
And he kind of like gets nervous again. He's just, no one. I can't say.
Who's you like?
I can't say his name.
Okay, so it's a him.
And he just stares at you. And he's sweating a little bit more, and then looks back at the ground.
Homie child, where did
mean-
the bad man touch you?
Yeah, it's like
Oh
I mean,
my god.
like whoever's treating you this poorly, they should like. I mean, looks up at him up and down. I mean, you should. I mean, the way he treat this person, he treats you is like I don't know. Why do you even listen to this person?
Cause we're family.
Family, or family because he tells you you're family?
He just kind of spaces out.
God,
Does he
dude.
look like you, or does he look more like?
Oh no, he's a lot stronger. He's a lot scarier looking.
Yeah, but does he look like the same as you, or does he
Covered
look
in
like
fur.
is he like yeah? Does he look like you, or does he look more like someone like me, or a human?
No. He looks like my brother, but not like me.
Your brother?
He just stares at you again.
He's like, oh no.
He
Oh
sweats
god.
a little bit more, and then looks back down.
I mean, you can tell me. I
No,
mean,
it's
like
all
I
that
don't.
stuff.
I mean, it feels like you're not living the best of lives, and I mean,
Have we
Please
noticed
help me.
Elise just interrogating this child off to the side?
She did say she had to go talk to somebody.
I mean, it's up to you if you get inquisitive because it's been going on.
But
for-
it is like you can see a little bit of her ish.
I mean, if we've gotten the cart out and ready, and at that point Elise isn't like with us, I would
It's-
look around.
it's still pretty much it's like going through the process of hooking everything up. With the way this
I don't think
conversation is, it's not like it's 30-minute conversation. He's being extremely quick and or short, and it's more of at least responding to a lot of this. So it's, you know, they're pulling out the wagon, they're getting the horses hooked up and adding the materials on the back of the wagon in the little compartment that it holds. So
Well, what does your brother look like then?
I shouldn't be talking to people.
I mean, me and my friends are pretty scary too. So if he tries to hurt you, we could probably
No, he
stop him from
he
hurting
never hurts. He never hurts me. He's
you. He just neglects you.
no, he no.
I mean, you see my clothes and see your clothes, right? There's a stark contrast.
He saved me.
That's fair enough, but then he should treat you right, not just save you and then treat you like whatever. And she just makes a hand gesture. This is supposed to be.
He just kind of continues to stare away.
You are the queen.
I mean, are you from around here? Or are you from somewhere else?
No, I'm not from around here.
Do I want to do it? I haven't prepared. I don't want to do it. He's just so innocent. God, fucking damn it. Looks at charm person.
Charm person.
Yeah, looks at charm person. I'm like, I
Charm
literally,
person.
I prepared the charm person. I was like,
I was
oh,
gonna come over and cast Calm Emotion so he wouldn't be as nervous, but
no, but he's.
I
like,
wouldn't really
like,
have a reason to look over there until I realized that you aren't with us.
I think Elise takes like, not so much a step closer, but she's like, okay, look. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to, you know, decide your life, but if you like, you should just make your own life. He saved you, sure, but if you want a new start on life, I mean, I have money. If you want money and start a new life with,
No. I can't do it myself. There's too many, and he, you know, holding on to his staff, and he's just there's too many scary monsters out there. No.
No, I meant you can start a new life in the city.
No, there's scary monsters here too.
I mean, yeah. But what's your plan then?
Just follow.
Follow who?
Stares at you again, and then looks
What,
back
us?
down.
Why would you follow us?
It's not like he was admitting to following you. It's that same
Yeah, I
thing
think
where
it was more a panic look every time
like-
you ask about his
Yeah.
past.
like
know.
when he says something he may not have supposed to have said, it's he glances is like, did I just say that? And then when you say something,
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I'm just reacting in character,
so
assuming that he's saying follow us,
he's
or what? Are we following?
shakes his head.
I mean, look, buddy, I like you. I can see that you have a lot of problems in your life. Your father, she makes air quotation marks, or family, or whatever, how you want to see it, might be scary. And strong. I have magical means of making you tell me what I want to know. But I don't want to do that. I'd rather just have a normal conversation. You can talk to me. It's not like, who would I tell? I don't even know the person you're talking about.
Make a persuasion check. I will say
7.
with
His father's bored now.
advantage because you've been very nice-ish.
Sure. 7.
7 again.
No way.
He just seems
I mean,
like
That feels correct for how this has gone.
Yeah. I mean, you see, like, I think I would need a lot more to win his trust anyway, so it's fine.
If I was a child and some random lady was talking to me about my family, I would also be confused and concerned. and-
true, but it's the way I'm picturing how it's going. It's not aggressive by chance, and a little bit of, as it's kind of coming from a female, probably a little bit more caring side. So he's just, I, I really shouldn't be talking to people.
She looks at them. So, the problem is that I can't talk back. But if it makes you feel more comfortable, you can talk to an animal if you want to. And tell me your story and what you're doing.
I was never told I couldn't talk to animals.
Well, then watch this. And she turns into a cat and just sits on the ground.
As you kind of go into the shift and go into a cat, like intrigued by seeing this motion, and he just like eyes get big, and it's just like a little bit of like the twinkle in his eyes. He's just
He's gonna eat you.
he gets all the way down, and he's just like staring, like trying to get as low as you, and he's just, how'd you do that?
The cat looks at them. Now.
What do you say?
I said like, oh yeah, because he can understand, sort of. Fuck, I forgot that Philworks can do that.
He can understand the intent, I think, but not.
Just
Okay, then.
Unless he has a
guess he-
spell.
no. Just what do you say?
Okay. So he understands the pool.
She says as a cat, she says to him, I'm what you call a druid.
What's a druid?
Someone who can turn into animals.
I want to
Amongst
be a
other things.
druid. Oh my god, this is so cute! And he kind of like picks you up and he spins you a little bit, and he's just like,
She like pukes on him. Ah!
Airball or is it regular puke?
For hairball.
he seems to have not cared the slightest. He's just finds this extremely like amazement.
Hmm.
And then he kind of like goes back and holds you, and he's just like petting you. It's not aggressive. He's actually extremely gentle. It looks aggressive, but it's extremely gentle.
Hmm. And then like she just looks up at him and she's like, so, spill the beans.
I don't have beans.
This expression means, tell me your story.
I don't know much. What are you guys doing at this point? This is where it's starting to take
Time.
that
So-
time.
So you're telling me this cart? Oh yeah, this cart's like it runs great. Okay.
This is already our cart. We don't need to buy a new one. Wait. We have this one. As I'm over here prying a nail out of one of the boards.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. I'll try to push it back in where I was pulling it out of. If I can't get it back in, I'll take my hammer and just tap it back in. And then I have all the like 2 nails I got in the meantime while he wasn't paying attention.
Are you guys just still paying attention to the cart?
If the cart's fully set up and Elise is
At this
around, I
point,
guess I would look
it's
around.
like it's like loading the last thing, and then you guys are good to go. So it's kind of like,
Do
all
I
right,
see Elise? I doubt it since Elise is a
I
cat.
don't.
she
I don't.
kind of like every now and then when you looked, you could see just a little bit of her, and then she's just gone. And again, the way you're looking at it, imagine stables, and it was like at the back end where you can't see past it because it's completely boarded up. So it was like right there at the end section behind the boarded.
I think Elise went behind the stables.
Oh, do you want me to go get her, or do you want to?
I can.
Do you want help?
I mean, do I need help?
Yeah, you're right. That's weird.
Okay, I'll toddle around the back, I guess.
Just you?
Yeah.
Finger of I'm just kidding. You eventually
Oh,
come
we're
come
Die.
across the corner, and you can see the same description of the Forbolg as he's holding like a little cat. At that same time of like, as he was responding to your next question, it's just, I don't have much of a story, and then he sees you, and he's just,
I was looking for my friend.
Elise, the cat looks at you. Mao.
What would that be? Intelligence or insight to know that the cat's Elise?
intelligence, because you don't see her go that often.
That's pretty good.
That's great for Garbu, let's be honest.
The way the cat seems like it's staring at you with a very simplistic face of like, I'm right here type. Sure.
Did you turn my friend into a cat?
I just say to him,
The
as a
cat just face palms.
the cat just. You see how the cat rolls his eyes and then looks back up to him. Just tell him that I'll be right back.
The cat said she'd be right back.
Are you friends with her?
The cat, yes.
That's nice. Nice.
And she's
that,
just still
making
petting.
friends. Okay. You want me to wait here? I look at the cat and ask.
Tell him that you need some that we need some privacy.
She said she needs privacy.
Okay, I guess it's that kind of
And then
friendship.
as
Garbu will turn around and
as
walk
he
away.
as he starts
And
as
he says that, you hear the cat say directly to him, tell him he's a fucking idiot.
well, it was like as he like kind of start to turn around, you can feel as he puts you down too, thinking you need privacy. So he's like puts you down, and then it like kind of starts to walk away on the other
No.
side.
You're dealing with two identically dumb characters.
You stay. Tell my friend
Okay.
to leave.
No, I can't hear. I'm
No, you
already
see it in
walking
the robot.
away. I don't understand. I just hear the cat going meow meow meow, somewhat angrily. I'll walk back to Clarence and Nathan and be like, she's a cat and she made a private friend?
I swear to God.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking do I have heat metal prepared? I have heat metal prepared. Fuck. Someone's gonna get fucking toasted.
I don't think.
Nope.
I'm not touching this with a
Yeah,
30-foot
it's-
pole.
Nope.
Yeah. He's big and furry and yeah.
Can I insight check Garbu?
Not
Why
Can I
not?
lying.
inside check
Go-
him?
I
Go
just
ahead.
want to try to figure out what the he's a. Why am I doing this? Yeah,
Yep.
there we go. Mm-hmm.
At least made a private friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm gonna.
So
in the-
as you're trying to insight, trying to figure out what Garbu's talking about, you happen to see in the background looks like somebody who has like, I guess like a bag full of stuff, if you will. A very familiar half orc, I believe,
Dog.
as he is starting to walk by, and he kind of takes a glance over your direction and then stops, and both of you have like made eyes contact. Are you doing anything specific, Clarence?
You might as well.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna give him like a little like a
Oh.
little like like the cool guy like what's up? Just a nod wave. And then I'll like as slowly pull my coconut oil out and then
He stops what he's
God, you're
doing
putting that crap
entirely
on
and walks into your direction. As he comes over and he's just, why, hello there. I wasn't expecting you to be here.
I get out of the cart and I walk away.
I follow 8.
Were
I
you,
follow 8. I'll keep visual range on Clarence, but I don't want to be here for the conversation.
were
And I feel
you,
bad for the horses who are just tied to the cart.
Oh
Were
my
you,
god, I do too.
heading out of town?
why yes. We'll be traveling to Beaumont. I know it's Beaumont, I'm saying it weird because it's cooler.
It's quite a bit of ways. I'd hate the fact that I may not get to see you again.
That's your disadvantage.
Well, it depends on what he's rolling for. But
Whether or
that's
not
it. But
I'm gonna try to bag him again.
that's up to him.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed our time together, and I need you to know that you were my first. But I think it's time I spread my wings and find other strong, well moisturized individuals to fill my life.
Well,
This man gave you $500 worth of stuff for free. I just
He
want to
doesn't remember
500
because
gold.
sex was good. Okay.
Okay.
I don't necessarily blame you, but why not one for the road?
Oh, disadvantage! Disadvantage!
Fine.
He is exhausted, so any sort of
11.
No!
That's
Save.
close for me. I'm sorry. That's definitely a no. But it's like the hardest decision Clarence has ever had to make in his entire young life.
As
from
you
a
just
distance we just see Clarence like
Can I with
you
my 21 passive perception as a cat hear this conversation?
no, because you're way
You're in
too
another
deep in your other conversation.
God damn it! I wanted to give him the minus to the roll because my over is a minus. I could have made him go way below it.
As-
a sort of one. That's how
As you
I want to
generally
roll to see how much I would have
feel
minus it. No, fuck.
as you generally feel actually sad to reject, because like there was just a lot of emotions that time, and seems like a really good man, and he's just, I understand. Hopefully I didn't go too rough, but you
Oh my
you had a good way of handling yourself too, I might say. But
I'm gonna snap my fingers. I'm gonna cast levitate, and I'm gonna slowly rise up to him. I'm gonna go shh, shh.
you smear your now oily finger all over his lips because you were just rubbing that oil.
Yes.
So it's an oily finger.
Oh god.
I didn't pass the save with a 20. I passed it with an 11. Okay. Oh,
Old might not pass it.
is he gonna lick it?
As you do, you know what? You tell him to pretty much be quiet. Continue with what you're doing.
Go. Oh, you'll always have a special place in my heart. And who knows? Someday down the road, you and I settle down. You sell bows, arrows, things of the sort. I magically tinker. Us with 2 small dogs and 1 guinea pig. We would just live together happy. But that's another time and another place.
And I give him a little kiss on the lips.
And I levitate back down.
As you do, and he just stares at you, and like, what continues to make it that hard to say no, his eyes almost feel like they could just melt. Like you could just get absorbed by him, and he just reaches into his bag, pulls out another like real expensive bottle, and he hands it to you, and he's just, hopefully you will remember me. And
Nope. He will not.
maybe we
He did
can
not in 2 days, and he will
Shut
not in 2 more days.
Shut up.
and maybe when you come back, we can see how much tinkering you do with my arrows. And he just walks away.
We're giving him 10.
Hate to see it go, but I love to look at
Oh my god.
He continues without looking back, but you're talking about putting on like a show as he's walking away.
Shake that head,
We're
man.
we're giving him 15, 20 minutes.
So
Is there like a
Yeah,
water
I'll
trough?
just be standing
Is there a
back here
water
with
trough?
Eighth, narrating what is happening so Eighth can see it. And then I'll be like, we should give
Oh.
him some time.
Is there a water trough?
yeah.
I'm gonna go dunk my head in it like 20
The horse
times.
is actively drinking out of
Yeah,
it.
it's fine. It's fine. I gotta shake the rest.
That's easy enough. And so as that was happening, and Elise,
He stuck his face in the water.
I hope I don't have those 2 ladies coming up to me now.
Can I look for
Roll safe, roll safe.
any 2 ladies near us?
remotely no.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see any around.
So Elise,
Lucky me.
as you told this person to stay, as the second Garbu walked away, he kind
What's
of
your
like,
name, buddy?
you can call me Luo.
Mhm.
Luro.
Okay. Yeah.
Luro.
Mhm. So why are you here?
Mhm.
Apart from talking to animals.
I'm supposed to be watching someone.
Who specifically?
He does lean like back around the corner, and at this time though, while you're in the midst of a conversation, you do see Clarence as he kisses this guy, which you remember seeing him before, and they look like they're having a little conversation. But Luro seems to not really be understanding what's happening. He's just the small goblin. He doesn't even say goblin. He just the small one that's floating,
Elise looks at.
and
that
then
happening
kind of
and
like
she's and she just like he doesn't know, but like the cat turns around and just nods and then looks back at him. And like, if cats cats can't really frown, but she looks at him and she like internally she frowns and is like, okay, why him?
That's who my brother wanted me to watch. I'm good at watching and finding. It's, it's what I'm good at.
I look at his clothes a bit closer now that I'm close up, and does he have any blue on him?
No, it is like the only two blue. There's like two like small crystals of just the color blue. Everything else on him is just a palette of brown, dark brown,
Okay.
light brown. Like
And then I looked in.
everything.
Does your father by any chance have like an older looking small one?
I don't really know who my father is.
Or well, the person you're following, whatever you call it, the person who's telling you to follow him.
Does he look like an older version of him?
Yeah.
No, he's way taller.
No, that's what I'm talking. Not what I'm trying to say. It's like, so we're looking for his father, who looks like him. Have you seen someone who looks like him?
Not particularly, no.
Well, did you got told why you're supposed to follow him, or just followed him?
Supposed to just keep track of him and know where he goes. That's all.
It's like Elise sits down and looks at him. So, we're having a little problem here, Luro.
And what is that?
Whatever the reason is why you're following him, I do not like it. I know you're not supposed to.
He
And it
gets
would be
like
impossible.
really sad about that when you don't like it.
Like, I don't want you to. He's my friend, and I feel like there's people out there trying to kill him. And I would hate for us to become at odds.
I don't hurt. I can't hurt people. No.
No, I know you won't, but the people you answer to might. Have you ever seen blue-robed people?
Kind of like looks up and just sees there's a couple of people and just like that person.
Yeah, no, but blue-robed people when you were talking to the people who told you to follow him.
I don't think they. I mean, my brother does wear blue.
Elise just like internally, she's like so badly want to fucking do something to them now. Okay. Oh, the cat! Like if the cat could do that, the cat would do that right now.
Or at this point in time, you're Garfield. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, she's just sitting there. She's just like, the cat just sits there.
Well,
Like,
she's Garfield, but John actually understands him.
yeah.
I thought John
You
could
know,
understand it,
like-
but everybody else couldn't.
She just looks at him. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up, right? Your brother and whoever saved you, they are trying to kill him. Like he is looking for his father, and they don't want him to. What do you think you're following? Why would you follow, out of all the people in this world, why would you follow him particularly?
They never said they wanted to kill him.
No, of course they're not gonna tell you. That's the whole point of manipulation. They don't. They only tell you what they want you to hear.
No, you wouldn't lie to me like that.
No, but you don't need to lie. Like you can lie by. You don't have to. Like if you don't tell everything, you're technically not lying. Like this is the thing that people use a lot. They say like, "I'm not lying to you, but I'm not telling you the entire picture, so you don't hear the lies." And he just tells you what is convenient for him.
He seems very bothered and confused.
I know this is like a really hard thing to understand, but it's what people do a lot. Like where they just, I mean, I do it myself. I just don't say something, and that way you can never catch me lying because I didn't tell you, or I didn't put myself in a position where I had to tell a lie. They just tell you follow this person. They don't tell you why. Because if they would tell you why, then they have to explain. And if they didn't want you to know, then they would lie to you. But since they don't want to lie to you so that they can say, we've always told you the truth, they will not tell you why.
He just seems still troubled and confused as he's kind of like goes back, like a step back from you, and he's just not looking at you anymore, and he's just like looking off to the side.
He's like set her down at this point and stepped back.
She just looks at him. Well, I know this is like a lot, and I know you don't. I don't want you to. I don't know. Get in trouble. But you might want to consider going back and asking them why, and if they don't want to tell you, then you sort of know enough.
He just kind of shakes his head a little bit, and he's just, no, they wouldn't hurt people. You're wrong.
Maybe I am.
Maybe you are.
Maybe I'm not. How do you know without asking?
Well, he's not here, so I can't ask.
Well, go and ask.
He just sticks his tongue out and he's...
I mean, I know this isn't like... I know you're upset. I mean, I would be upset too. But how would you feel if you found out you've been used?
They don't use me, they love me, they're my family. You can see he takes a few more steps back.
I didn't see that it looks at him. Well, I will know when you're around. You might be good at finding things, but I'm good at seeing things. Just know that when the time comes to make a choice, maybe you should question what you know. Because if you're not being told the whole truth, then do they really care about you? I mean, I've told you everything, as far as I am aware.
They do care about me.
But if they care about you, then why do you look like this?
Because this is comfortable.
Well, friend, if you ever want to have friends and actually be taken care of, then you know where to find us. Well, you're probably following us. And maybe, who knows, I can teach you how to become a cat.
Kinda like looks back at you again on that, and then kinda like looks back away.
Up to you. I'll be keeping an eye out. But maybe you should ask some questions that you've never asked before. First to yourself and then maybe to them.
He
That
just
cat just slammed like a whole
he
ale
just
down.
continues to back up a little bit and then kind of just turn the corner. Like clearly he just backs up and he just like backed up to that.
Yeah, and
Grimwald
at least
also
just
has
looks
the
at
ability to hidden step and go invisible.
yeah, at least
He
just
gets
looks at him,
nervous enough.
and then like as he like turns around the corner, she just walks away back and then shifts into her normal form. As she walks up to Clarence, she's like, "Well, that was spicy."
This is probably as Clarence is watching Og walk away.
Nah, this would be after he's like kind of done washing his face.
Oh,
You guys probably have came back over.
You alright,
So,
buddy?
everybody has a friend in this town but me.
And Elise looks at Garbo. He is not that kind of fucking friend. I'm not deaf. I couldn't protest hard enough. This is someone who's following him, and I point at
I mean,
Clarence.
was it not a friend that you wanted to spend private time with?
No,
Did
Not that kind of
privacy,
private
constitute a
time.
private?
like he didn't want to talk to.
I didn't say it
people.
was. I didn't say they were having sex. I just said
No,
they
but
were
me.
having private time.
You were implied that they
You're
were.
I didn't
implying. I know
imply
you were.
anything.
Anyway, fucking. all
I'm
this bullshit aside,
9.
Why is
I
he
mean,
changing the game?
like because apparently his brother, who is not his brother, is like a person who they calls brother, is clad in blue. And who do we know is trying to get to kill you?
My guys. In blue. But, yeah, they wear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why? What? What? You're
I
he's a
don't know.
kid.
It's like, yeah,
Did you explain the way he looks to him out of curiosity?
yeah. Like sort of like this.
That
Young
kind
Furbo.
that kind of makes sense to you, Clarence.
From the dreams?
That's where you think.
Wait a minute. Can I go? Is he still over there?
No, he probably left by now because I sort of started questioning things, and he didn't like that
Did you get a name?
from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's called Luro.
Luro?
Luro.
Well, I thought maybe, since I got a good look at him and I know his name, down the road if we need to talk to him, we can.
Yeah, I mean, I'll also keep an eye out for him because he's apparently following.
He's following us?
Yeah. Well, it's his task to follow us.
Did you tell him where we were going?
No. You think I'm stupid?
No, I don't.
That's just how interrogation works.
I
You say
mean, with
nothing, and you just-
assassins following us, it's maybe not the wisest decision to tell anyone around where we're going.
I
So-
mean, he's not so much the assassin as in like he's trying to keep track of where you're going. And it's more, I feel more like if we're getting too close, then they will come in and do something about it, or if they see an opportunity.
Did you ask if his brother was a Kenku?
No, he was already spooked at that point. I didn't want to push more.
Why? What didn't a Kenku back in what's his
Eastbourne.
hometown's name? Eastbourne? Try to kill Clarence? Or we
No,
thought
he's,
they
well,
did?
apparently it was a hunting.
Oh,
He was hunting something else, and we thought he was trying to kill Clarence.
he wasn't hunting the most dangerous game.
Terrible movie.
I was
Um,
referencing the novel actually.
I just want to know what he told our horses as well. So, guys, I'm just gonna need he talked to our horses. I saw him do that, so I'm gonna talk to our horses real quick. I can't speak with animals.
Yeah, because he could have told our horses to
Okay.
like, lead us to a certain place.
I just look at the
Horses do that?
horses. I just walk up front to the horses and I look at them.
Do they look nervous?
No, I fold my I don't fold my
Little
arms.
bead of sweat going down their forehead.
I just look at them. Hey, buddies. So that guy who just talked to you, the Furbolg, what did he say to you?
More of asking how we were doing.
Okay, so he was just generally interested in your well-being.
Yeah,
So how are you guys doing?
it's not bad here. Better than where we were.
Yeah, we're gonna go traveling to another city now and have a good time with. And she nods up to Clarence with and Garbo with their family.
Oh, you should ask
Hang out a
them if
bit.
there's any food they want in particular.
Oh, they ask if you want any food in particular.
What they served here was pretty good.
They liked what was served here.
We'll
What they
buy
serve
some.
here.
That's what you guys got.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe buy more.
Well, we'll be leaving shortly, but thanks for answering the question and you know,
Well,
to some more safe travels.
we're ready to go. Ready to stretch our legs.
Very nice. Let's get going then, guys.
So,
I just look at the rest. Well, it seems we're all cool.
right.
Wait, should we go try to kill his brother?
don't
We
know
have
where
no
the
fucking
brother is.
clue. They're not from here.
I know.
This is that's as much as I got. I mean, I didn't like the thing is right, guys. Like I didn't want to don't want to hurt him. He's more like what they say, don't shoot the messenger, right? He's like, even though he's telling where we are, he doesn't know why he's doing it. It's not
You
like
really
this
a
malicious.
messenger or more of a scout?
Yeah, something like. Well, it's the expression. I was trying to compare it to the
Yeah.
expression.
I mean, I agree we shouldn't hurt him. He seemed
So
scared
from-
himself.
from this point on, I'll wear my cloak with the hood up, so all perception and text made to see me are at disadvantage from here on out. And it should make them a little easier or
As
harder
you stand
to...
directly beside the most visible
spot me.
kobold ever.
Right, yeah. Well, they're not looking for you.
I mean, they can look at. They know if they look at one of us, they know that you're probably close by.
Yeah, but then they gotta spot me and they gotta roll twice. So
Okay, well that's good for you.
yeah, better
Um,
than nothing.
You want to sit in the
But yeah.
back then, and have me in the front with Garbu manning the horses?
I think maybe Elise and Garbu would probably be our best. You know, just I mean not to.
Maybe Elise on the back and Eighth on the front with me. That way Elise can watch behind us
That's a
to
good
see if we're
point,
being
too.
followed.
Yeah, I can do that.
There.
So what was the sitting order? Sorry.
I'm in the middle. The Eighth and Garbu are in the front driving, and Elise is in the back.
Okay.
Like on the back.
So you guys get on your wagon and get the track started as you and again, you're not like right on the outskirts of town, but you guys are starting to go. Clarence, are you doing anything particular as you're sitting there, or you just... What is it that you're doing as you guys pretty much start to go? And you're in the middle-ish.
I want to try to use the data that I've collected because I put a mark at a certain time and I have a watch now. So I can probably try to extrapolate the data from the time that it's been that I made the mark to how far it's gone with how much time has passed to see how much time it would take before the clock runs out. For the death clock. I'm just calling it death clock. Is there
It's been
another name
less
for
than
it?
24 hours.
You
They
yeah, so
see...
that's
Back.
now.
You see where you marked and where the change was, and it looks like it just, I guess you could say maybe a little bit of a natural flow. It looks like it's just slightly off, and then the you see the small and the big hand make a drastic change as it goes up a little bit more. The small hand kind of goes like around just a little bit, but the big hand, where it was sitting about like at the 4 to 5 o'clock area goes up a little bit more. Like, just an instant happens. As you're watching it, trying to, it's like, okay, it looks like it went a little bit, and then it happens.
Do I think that I should take more time if I want to try to make a calculation? Or do I think that it's just random? You know what I mean?
It's
Is this
it's kind of hard to tell because you don't know if this is like it's all new. And you can only assume. Make a general intelligence check.
It'll probably take multiple days of studying this. I would think, right?
Hey,
Let's see that intelligence.
Yeah, it's relatively new. The whole thing is new. You don't know if it could be just at random. You don't know what that spike of it moving up a little bit more. You don't know what that could mean. So you just kind of have to hope you have more time to try to understand this.
I will check back with it in a few days.
hey, and you
Do I see the clock moving?
If he's holding it, yes. You see it like it goes. Sure, why not? You would have saw it where like as he kind of pulls it out to check, and you could see he's, nervous about it. And like it looked like it's from a slight distance, not like you're like right above it. It looks relatively the same, and then you see it jump a little bit.
He looks at him. Seems that I was right.
Right about what?
That guy, that Furbolg is connected to the assassins.
So, do you think it's not the belly demon at all, and it has something to do with the assassins?
I mean, it's kind of suspicious though that it sort of like jumps all of a sudden just after we stop talking to him. So I assume he has some way of letting, like, if you're sent out to keep an eye on people, you would need means to communicate, right?
Yeah.
They probably communicate now that we know that we're onto them. They probably move up their timetable.
Well, I guess you guys are gonna have to make a call whether or not.
Clarence, make a general perception check.
Oh,
And this would actually only be for Clarence because the way the sitting position is. Okay.
6.
Perfection. Perfection. That's what we like to see.
Arrow straight into his neck. Dead.
doesn't even realize it either.
Just keep going.
Well, I'm gonna keep things available in case someone tries to assassinate you.
Well, thank you.
But I mean, I guess that clock is in a way a good indication of how close they are to actually pulling the trigger or trying to pull the trigger, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep an eye out for that Furbolg, and if I see them, I'll probably. And she lowers her voice, be not so nice next time.
You do what you think's right.
I mean,
I don't want anybody
was-
innocent.
I just
mean, I was-
envision Elise going like Batman mode and being like, being not so nice.
no, but
Right.
I know it's not his fault, but he can give us the information we need to find the people who are after you.
Yeah. Was he a nice guy?
He seemed to be a nice guy, seemed to be kept oblivious for a reason. So I don't want to hurt him, but
Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
no. Hopefully we can find this assassin and assassinate him before they can assassinate you.
Yeah. I had this weird feeling while we were in the last town. The whole time.
Mm.
between we went up to that tower to talk to the dragon, and I had some dreams, and
Mm.
I think I recognized the 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 furball. Like not like I recognized him. I didn't see him, but like the way you described him.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't remember a lot of the context. I actually don't remember because I rolled.
You.
Or is this one of the ones I do remember?
This was one of the ones you do remember.
Okay.
You
So
were
you and Baymont hit.
with your mother. I believe you guys were cooking.
Yep.
And there was a picture. And the way she described it sounds familiar to what you saw in the picture.
I relay that to Elise.
Well, Garbo, I guess we should keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, I don't see him up ahead.
No, but like in general, when we're traveling, because he's obviously going to be following us.
Probably especially during watches.
Furbolg don't have. No, I wouldn't know.
I might.
No, if they have dark vision or not.
Would I know that?
I think that's a bit too advanced.
No. Dick.
As
Anyway,
Claire, as Garbu.
yeah, as
Sirai,
I also
yeah,
know.
that's the first
Like, I do-
Furbolg I've ever seen. I probably didn't even know it was a Furbolg until you said it was a Furbolg.
I mean, I have Elisa has like a lot of general knowledge, but I don't think she would know specialized knowledge. Because I think she like sort of got forced to read a lot of books, so she had a lot of general knowledge. But then when it comes to specifics, she like didn't bother reading more or remembering it.
I would have to see. My computer's acting slightly slow. I do not think there. If there is not a lot of Furbolgs here on this continent.
Oh, really? There's not like a Western
think-
Furbolg settlement?
Out
On
of
the west-
character, I think the way we talked last campaign is that Ostax is kind of like the only continent Furbolg we're really on. And they were almost driven to extinction.
Yeah,
I think
that's why I said
the
like
way
at least
we
those.
talked last campaign, they should be extremely rare nowadays.
Yeah, that's why I said like
Even
Elise
on their
Elise
native
would never
continent.
know if they have dark vision. She would know that they exist, but apart from that, she wouldn't know anything.
Yep.
So should we just assume they'll have dark vision then?
I don't know. I'm not. She's not gonna bring it up. Like I'm not gonna
It's
talk
an
about this
extremely
in character.
endangered animal that's only found in one place in the entire world.
Yeah,
Something
that's
like
the only
that.
reason. That's the only reason why she knows about them, because it's like, oh, they're special. Anyway, we should keep an eye out for him.
Should we change up our watches then?
Doesn't really matter.
I
I
kind of
think he's not gonna hurt. He is not going to hurt us in particular. He's just keeping an eye. He's a watcher. I mean, he looked like if he ever came into a fight with us, we would like literally any one of us could take him out in a few seconds.
Okay.
I'll also be ready to cast invisibility and hide if I see anything going down.
I mean, the thing is
Um,
more like we need to. This is like an us versus them situation in my head, and if anyone tries to take you, you can try to hide, but the most beneficial thing to do is kill them before they can do.
I mean,
Take
we've
you?
each got multiple attempts to bring you back as well if things get real bad.
You know what?
glance
I
over
always
my
kind of,
shoulder and look at Elise.
I always kind of wondered about that. What it's like.
Dying?
Yeah, I mean, I've been unconscious a few times, but like
At
dying.
least takes out a spear. You want to try? No, just kidding.
Yeah, there's
I'll try anything once.
Invisibility.
there is no, like, it's very, for here, it's actually extremely rare. So I would say it's still kind of a knowledge to understand of a race, but that would have been something, you know, like that type of information was passed through trading of ships, or like what your father was speaking of, information, if you will. So maybe
Out of character, would the ones that are here probably be like refugees from events that happened 100 years ago, possibly, or
150
descendants
years
of
or
those
so ago.
refugees.
There,
Yeah.
20.
from a DM to player perspective, that's a good possibility. But for the most part, it just makes them extremely rare, at least in other regions besides Aztec.
Wow.
Was the picture the first time I'd ever seen a furblock in the dream?
Probably.
And to be fair, you probably wouldn't even knew what they were.
Okay, but so I hadn't seen them like there wasn't an actual interaction between my family in any way with furblogs.
Not from the dream
was
that
just
you've
the light.
had.
Okay,
It
I
was
wanted to double
like what you was about to say, a polar,
Yeah, yeah.
a little picture. So
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask to be with either, no offense, Eighth, Garbu or Elise, because I am not gonna be able to see crap tonight.
That's fine.
I mean, you always with
I
the
will be
Garbo
able-
anyway, so that should be fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been useless, but like somebody gave me this weird idea to eat all this spicy stuff to like cure my indigestion from the belly demon, and then now I'm real tired because I pooped all night.
It worked for that one guard in Eastmont. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, I trust you. Not really. I lied. I don't. Not anymore.
well,
Do you have any way of like setting up some sort of like perimeter with any sort of like
I have
things you
alarm.
have? I
Yes.
know. I in character. I don't
I
know if
set them
Garbu
all.
knows the name
Yeah,
of the
I
spell.
set them all.
well,
Every night. If that's not, do I need to re-say it every time?
what?
Probably.
That I'm setting alarms on like stuff so I can't. Yeah.
It would be good as a reminder every now and then,
Okay.
because there
I
would be times that I will forget that you do something like this.
Yeah.
So,
At least until the assassins are not on the table, if
'Cause-
that's ever happened.
because this way I want to
No.
be, if something was to happen, I would rather be sure that proper things got handled the correct way instead of backtracking, like what we usually do is backtrack. So, but
Do we make
anyways,
it all the way to Ironmare as we travel, or
Garbu.
why not? And I'll say this, and then we can kind of pick up back on the road. You know what? No, go ahead. Go ahead, Aeth.
Hey Garbu, I forgot to ask you this when we were distracted with letting Clarence make his moves on Oleg.
is this about sending a message to Bolt? Because I didn't prepare that spell today. I just prepared remove. No, I'm kidding. I did prepare it.
Oh. Oh yeah, can you send him a message? Tell him about the arms working great and everything like that.
Arms working great. Anything else?
And everything like that.
I never hit this for last night because I was still missing my spells. Everything's great. Arms working good.
Yeah,
Hey,
see
wow.
how he's doing.
How are you doing? Anything else?
Oh, that should be enough.
Okay. I'll cast sending.
Okay.
Hi Bolt. This is Garbu. Eighth wants to know how you're doing. He says we are good, and he has the new arm.
7
Nice talking you. Oh, I had more? I thought that was it.
You had 7 left.
Oh,
Now you
7
have-
left?
Now you have 4. You said nice
Thanks
talk.
for your help.
Yep.
I miscounted somewhere 7 whole letters, I guess.
Yep.
Or 7 whole words.
I am doing quite well, thank you. And I'm glad to hear that he was able to get something working for him. Please keep me updated. Stay safe.
He said he's doing well, and he's glad the thing worked, and to keep him updated.
All right.
Hey, while we're casting spells, can you just remove curse on Elise?
Please?
Yeah.
You guys gonna.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
here,
try.
Okay, just
Le-
I
Elise
got-
like Elise
I-
like rolls up her sleeves like, okay, hit me, doctor.
I'll and like a defibrillator, cast remove curse.
Oh, right on the sunburn.
I wear robes.
Anything happen?
Make a wisdom saving throw, Elise. Wait, hold on, was it wisdom or intelligence last time?
It was wisdom, I think, because I think that's the
Wisdom.
only reason I passed.
Yeah, wisdom, because I was surprised that I failed it.
There's
Okay.
no
why I
chance I would have passed with
That's
intelligence.
why I
just
picked
knew.
Elise and not me.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to do the same.
I mean, it goes off.
I'll pull out the little statue I made of Zal and be like, "Do you recognize them now?"
I look
You-
at the statue.
You do.
And he's just like looks at the statue, looks back at the Kagaru, looks at everyone else.
Oh God, it's real.
He's not
He's
crazy.
Not lying. He's not crazy. Do
His
me, do
cra-
me, do me.
Has disappeared. Should I, or should I wait until tonight to make sure we don't need that spell?
You
Probably
guys,
wait
Maybe
when
tonight.
I thought
when
we
we
were camping.
when we pick back up, you guys will be pretty much arriving to around nighttime to Ironmare. So this
Oh,
is
If
on.
we're arriving at nighttime, I would cast it when we're arriving.
Yeah.
This is
I guess.
at since we're pretty much ending at this point. You guys are in transit.
Okay. Can I go ahead and mark it off, and we'll say I cast it right when we got there? More or
I
less,
would
or
prefer you to save it
wait for
until
next
then.
session? Okay.
You can just
Good.
make a note that you want to do this, and then we'll kind of pick back up in the transit. Okay. Well,
Okay.
other than that, thank you everybody for coming out and joining us. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Hope everybody's feeling good, feeling great, fantastic. As always, hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.